It's the Fingerbang Radio Show coming at you from Ottawa, Ontario, with your hosts Mitch and Brandon. How you doing, Brandon?
I'm good.
So, I was at school and I saw a sign for the poster sale come back. I hate the poster sale. We went to one once up at Carleton, and it was the worst.
That's where we met our first Marilyn Monroe girl.
Yeah.
And I don't mean the girls who, like, you look at them, you're like, oh, they're pretty in that way Marilyn Monroe is. No, I'm talking about the girls who...
They think they're pretty like Marilyn Monroe.
This girl looks at a poster and goes, turns to her friend who's with her, and she goes, oh my god, I love Marilyn Monroe because she, like, reminds me of me.
I hate that bitch.
I don't think she's ever slept with a president, so there's the first problem with this.
I really, the only posters they have, though, for real, it's Marilyn Monroe, Bob Marley,
Some Andy Warhol.
Andy Warhol, who, again, they know nothing of Andy Warhol. They're like, oh, yeah, isn't he the guy who invented Campbell's soup? There's Pulp Fiction posters.
They're movie and TV posters, and that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, and then there's the artsy ones where it's like all black and white except one taxi cab's in yellow. You're like, yes, because
Yeah. And
that's art.
And it says some slogan like, I'd hope you never left. What the hell does that
people
mean?
change.
People change. Now I'm a
taxi.
Yeah, that's true. We didn't even plan that. That was pretty good.
That was good.
I'm happy you didn't say cab or... People say cab. I've never said... If we were out...
taxi cab before,
said taxi
but like,
cab?
well, it was like, I think it was like in a movie or something. Like, I don't... When I talk about a taxi, I say a taxi.
Yeah, I say taxi. I just like the word taxi. Not enough words with X's in them.
It's
Ask
true.
me.
Xylophone.
So, after I saw the sign for the poster sale, which I was very upset, I went to the washroom, saw a guy standing at the urinal with no shoes.
Socks?
Nope.
Ew.
Yeah.
That's actually kind of weird. I had a dream last night that I didn't, like... I know I don't want to talk about my dreams, but, like I wasn't...
Like he says on It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia, hearing about someone's dreams is like... If I'm not in it and no one's having sex, then I really don't care. Yeah.
But, like, it's just weird because in my dream last night, I didn't have shoes or socks, and someone was trying to force me into a bathroom. I don't remember why. I think I got raped in my dream.
Man, that'd be scary.
Yeah. Especially since that's, like, my own mind doing that to me.
Yeah, you can't
really
trust
says something if I think I deserve that.
You can't trust yourself. Okay, yesterday I took a nap on my couch, and I fell asleep with my hand above my head, okay? So my hand falls asleep, and it must have fell on my face. So I woke up to what felt like a dead hand on my face. I freaked out. I was like, "Oh Jesus!" It was scary. I thought my mom was like over like patting my face, and I was like, "Get off me!"
Keep your hands to yourself, you vile woman.
It was pretty terrible.
Yeah, that doesn't sound nice at all.
You say vile woman?
I did.
That's the thing, like in Family Guy, Stewie was always like, vile woman. They really toned that down.
Yeah, he went from being like I want to kill my mother character, which is pretty funny. Now he's like
now he's
gay.
Yeah. Well,
like,
I don't know what happened there.
They brought it up in one episode. Brian's like, "You're not evil. Like, you stop being evil." So
I don't like that show anymore.
Me neither.
I tried to watch it again. It's not like I'm like, oh, it's terrible. I just don't really care.
It just, yeah, it doesn't keep my interest. I watched one episode that was just depressing. Like, Stewie and Brian get locked in the safety deposit room.
I don't know.
In the bank.
Don't care.
But like at one point, they find a gun in Brian's safety deposit box. They're like, "What's this here for?" He's like, just for the assurance. Like, if things ever get so bad, I know there is a way out. I was like, shit, man, that's dark. Like that ain't even funny.
They should make a kids show with something like that, where it's like Magic School Bus and like
Arnold deals with depression.
Yeah. I have red hair, and he's like,
my parents left each other, and they keep fighting, and neither of them want me.
I know I should have stayed home today.
Except home is more painful than school.
He's really like the most annoying character in TV history. Every day he's on magical adventures with his teacher. He gets to be inside of a lizard and turn into a cell.
He gets to get baked at school.
Baked at school into a pie. Or they make cake. A cake.
I thought it was a pie. I think it's a pie.
No, it's cake.
If I remember, they burst out of the pie.
No, it was cake. I guarantee.
Whatever.
It was chocolate
No,
cake.
it's not important.
Yeah, it really isn't. But all day, all he sits there and he just keeps going, oh, I know I shouldn't have went. Shut up, man.
Yeah, I should have stayed home today.
You get to my brother's theory is that they're the special class at the school. That's why they're on the short bus.
Oh,
right?
yeah.
The teacher wears big colorful outfits to like keep their attention, you know?
Okay.
And really, in real life, they're all like in their weird like wheelchairs and drooling on their desks, you know?
And she's telling them this story.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
that.
and she's kind of like keeping them entertained, you know?
That's pretty good.
Ralphie. You know?
Ralphie.
Yeah.
Shut up, Ralphie.
It's not purple, it's violet. You know? That was one episode. They were arguing about color purple.
Oh.
It was a good show.
Yeah, I liked it. I strongly suggested if you have kids, go pick up the VHSs.
They have those?
The VHS?
Yeah.
Yeah, they have VHS. We watched them at my, when I was in high school.
We went into my...
What kind of fucking class was I in? Where,
Yeah.
like, grade 12
Yeah, that's
biology, they're like, okay, we're going to watch Magic School Bus. What was that? What just binged?
Email, maybe? I don't know. People emailing, Facebooking.
Popular guys.
Yeah. I know you feel bad for, like, Google Plus. Like, there's no way that's
I
catching
have
on.
Google Plus,
Me
and
too,
I love
yeah.
it way more than Facebook.
It's nice, but no one uses it.
I
so-
know, that's why I'm like, I have the app on my phone every once in a while, like, go in and hope to God
Yeah.
that there's someone there.
I feel like I'm walking around in, like, after, like, an apocalypse, and I'm, like, the
It's
only
like a
person.
big empty city.
Yeah, I'm looking for people, like...
Yeah, no, that's exactly
a
what
deer
Google Plus
runs
is.
by, you're like, oh...
Oh, fuck, that means the lions are close.
That's scary. Yeah,
Yeah.
Google Plus actually, it's weird.
It's the bomb, though. I love it.
It is. I like it. It's such a better idea, but to get someone to switch from Facebook now, it's like impossible.
Yeah. What I'm hoping is Facebook will all of a sudden be like, you have to charge, like, we're charging you money to have Facebook. Google Plus is like, we aren't. Over here.
I have a feeling there'd be a large majority of people who would pay for Facebook.
I wouldn't. If
Me
they,
neither.
I'd only deal with Facebook now. And it's only because that is how people choose to get in contact with me.
It's the easiest.
It's like I have a cell phone, but
I don't know my own girlfriend's cell phone number.
I don't know your cell
I don't
phone
know
number.
your cell phone number at all.
I know mine, but that's just because
Yeah.
I'm used to telling it to pretty ladies.
Yeah, that's yeah. Ooh, what a pimp. Brandon's a flirt. For anyone listening, Brandon's a huge flirt. We were at a party, and he sat
Is
there.
this the wine bottle?
Yeah, I
Okay.
gave him a bottle of wine and then left him alone. He sat there, drank a whole bottle of wine. I come into the room. He's sitting at a table with 3 girls sitting at his feet, and he's just chatting them up. But it's like you didn't even realize that
I didn't.
you were flirting with them. You were just like, oh, cool, I get to tell stories.
That's okay. The exact thought was, I was like, "Oh man, like we're telling stories. I've got lots of stories." And I'm talking. Mitchell comes out and he looks at me. He's like smiling and nodding, and he's
Yeah.
like, "I don't know what the fuck he's doing.
I'm
Whatever."
slowly doing the, like, putting my finger through the circle.
But like I don't see that.
Yeah.
He's like, "Yeah, I did the finger through the
Mm.
circle motion." But then he pulls out his phone. And he sends me a text, and like I read it, and it says, "They want your cack."
Was
is
it
how we
that,
say
or did I
cock.
text you, someone's getting diddled tonight or something?
No, it was they want you to diddle them. And then I just sent a text back, and all I said is, I don't even care. Because at that point, I was just having fun telling stories. And
Yeah.
you can't tell stories when you're knuckle deep in a girl.
Yeah.
Moral of the story.
The other day I was at a poster set. Oh, sorry, I'll keep going.
That
Wow.
disgusting noise it makes. Nothing about any sexual activity is appealing unless you're turned on.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I have never, when I'm not turned on, like after you're done with your porn and you look at it, you're never like, damn, that vagina looks good. You're always like, oh, well, I'm just going to close this.
How can they put that inside of
Like,
themselves?
who wants to put their mouth near that? Like, it never looks good. I've also...
This is really going to help your game later. So it's like, aren't you Brandon, the guy who was on that show talking about how gross my vagina looked?
To be
You're
fair,
like, no, it's fair. Dicks are gross too.
well, I've never looked down and thought to myself, like, I'd put that in my mouth.
I was like, why it's shaped like that? That's
Yeah, I'm like,
strange.
after so many years of, like, touching myself, I've pulled it to the right.
Oh, it's yours turn right?
Yeah.
Mine curves out for some reason.
Mine's like kind of to the right. Like I don't know. It like just likes to hang that way. It's really weird. And so all I'm asking is girls who are listening to this, if you're pretty, don't judge me by my dark, scary wiener. It's
I've seen it.
Oh yeah. There's a story about why.
I walked upstairs. Brandon was living at my house, and he was in the shower, and he had the music playing on his iPod in the shower at, Jesus Christ, he must have had it at full blast. And I'm trying to watch TV out here. I run upstairs, rip open the bathroom door to find Brandon standing there.
Okay, what he does, he knocks on the door. So I get out of the shower. I'm naked, and I'm reaching for the towel that's hung on the back of the door so I can wrap it around myself and answer the door. That's why I wasn't just standing out of the shower completely naked for fun.
Dancing. You ever do that?
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, that's why I was naked. Now, continue.
I break in. I see it all. It's Harry. And then I just go, your music's too loud. Turn it down and walk out. Yeah, that was weird.
Yeah.
Oh, well.
Well, no, the thing is, it would have been weird if it was anyone else. But, like, as soon as you closed the door, I was like, well, time to shower. Then I just got back in.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an event. What were we talking about?
Poster sale? Nope. Bathroom with no shoes? Nope. That was truly the most disgusting thing. Like, can you imagine?
No, I can't imagine standing in a public bathroom.
I'm afraid to go in. Like, I'm like, are my shoes too thin? I don't want hepatitis.
My Converse, they're like starting to wear out on the bottom, and like I go into bathrooms, I was like, I can feel it eating through my shoes.
Man, my feet,
gross, like
the last
gelatinous.
couple days, I've been so cold. I took my shoe off on the bus the other day just to massage my toe back into place.
My feet have been so cold getting on the bus. I wear Converse. They're the best snow boot.
Yeah, they are. I wear them when I ski.
And I'm sitting on the bus, and because bus drivers are assholes, I was waiting for the bus for like 40 minutes because the guy just drove by.
Yeah.
And like I was waiting
fuck
so
that
long.
kid.
My hair, it was wet because I had just showered, but I knew what time the bus got there, so I was like, oh, I'll get on the bus before like my hair freezes. No, my hair froze, and then somehow managed to thaw again before the bus actually stopped for me. That's how I knew I was out too long.
That's fucked up.
My toes, I thought I was like gonna have to lose them. I was like, well, fuck it. Didn't like them anyway.
I thought the other day, I was like, what if my toenail was like falling off in my sock? And then I was like, oh, there's something about nails that, like, say someone removing your nail, to me, is like the kind of thing
or
that's
like
puke-worthy.
when it gets caught on something.
Yeah,
that's
the
the worst.
I was watching, I was at Kara's house, and we were watching Black Swan?
Yeah. I refused to see that movie based on principle.
No,
that
it's, I almost puked. I couldn't watch the whole thing. I got really queasy watching. I'm very queasy. Like, here's a story. It must have been, ninth grade. Everyone in the class had to do a project on a disease for science class. Even the word disease, I'm not comfortable with. A guy in my class did one on AIDS, and he had like a Bristol board, like presentation. And he asked me, like, hey man, can you hold it for me? I was like, yeah, cool. So I'm standing there holding up his sign. Meanwhile, he's chatting on about AIDS. All of a sudden, everything's going black. And I just walked out the room. I like dropped this poster and I was like, nope, and almost passed out in the hallway. So I'm watching Black Swan, and there's a part where she's looking in the mirror and her hand.
She like...
No. She has a cut on her hand, like above her fingernail, and she's in the bathroom and she's pulling at the skin and pulls a bunch of skin off her finger, like above her fingernail. I was like, nope, and went upstairs and like lied down like about to puke. It like messed with my head. I can watch any surgery show. I can watch someone getting a rhinoplasty where the doctor's hand is like in the guy's face, like
look, it's coming out of his mouth.
Yeah, exactly. Like the guy's asleep and he's like, look, and he's shoving his fingers through his nostrils. But like that, for some reason, I was like, nope, couldn't do it.
Okay, so speaking of diseases, I'm holding a pen Mitchell gave me. It's got like a scroll inside of it.
Okay, I was at school. I was walking through the hallway, and there was a bunch of people. They were like anti-smoking activists, and they were giving out pens and packs of gum.
So I'm holding this pen he got, and I'm reading it, and it's like the groups to help you quit smoking. There's one for adults, All right.
Fair.
And then there's one for pregnant teens and single parents. That makes sense because,
Fair.
like, they're kind of retarded, so they need a little extra help. But then there's one for gay, lesbian, bisexual, and transgendered community. That confuses me because I don't, like, I understand their sexual preference and, like, their...
They have different problems than other people.
Yeah, but I don't think quitting
Yeah.
smoking is that different for them that they need a whole group dedicated just
Some
for
guy's
them.
like, I like cocks, so cigarettes, I don't know if I can do it. Like, yeah, that doesn't make sense.
Cigarettes are kind of cock-shaped, so this is
Yeah.
going to be way more difficult.
This is going to be harder than I previously had expected.
So, like, that's annoying me. I've been playing with the pen for, like, 10 minutes, and I can't get over it.
I told everyone, I was like, I'm going to take this pen and write a letter to the tobacco company saying how much I love them.
Like I
Yeah.
said in episode 0, smoking makes you cool if you smoke Belmonts.
It's very hip. They don't test on animals. I don't care.
It's like, yeah, I don't care. It's gonna be like, yes, animals deserve... No, they don't. I'll eat any animal, I think. I would be able to eat any animal except cat, because it seems like
It'd be stringy.
Yeah, like it
That's
just
the way I
wouldn't
see
be
it.
good meat. I'm
I
not
feel
like...
all that cat's just muscle.
Yeah, it's
It'd
like
be
I look at
weird.
a cat and I'm not like, oh, I wouldn't eat you because you're adorable. It's like, that makes me want to eat it
What
more.
are we eating when we eat meat? Are we eating muscle? Is that what meat is?
Anything, really.
But like the main, like when you buy a steak, what is the part you're eating?
It depends what type of steak it
Like
is.
a good steak.
Bing.
Bang.
It depends on who you are. Because, like,
I feel like there's two parts. There's the fat and the other part. What is the other part? Is it muscle?
muscle just...
You have no idea either, do you?
It's meat. It's...
Yeah, but what is meat?
It depends on where
Also,
you get it cut from.
Why do they call it steak and not cow slices? Worst moment of silence ever. Why not? What's steak?
Why would they call it cow slice? If you walked into a store and sat down, like a restaurant, a fancy restaurant, and
would
said,
you
I'll
like-
have a T-bone cow slice, please.
Medium rare. I'll eat
No.
it. I don't care.
I-
I
that-
know what I'm eating.
That's a mouthful to say.
It doesn't matter.
It's convenience.
No, I don't think it is.
It is.
I think they're like, let's trick stupid people into thinking that they're eating something else, even though
So,
we
like-
all know what steak is.
No, okay. Using your logic, they should call carrots like long pointy orange things.
No, but carrots is the name. Steak is ham too. Why? Why not like pig
Bacon.
pieces?
Why not? What about bacon then?
Bacon shouldn't be called bacon.
Why?
Sliced
not-
up cow on a frying pan.
It's sliced up pig. Is it
No,
not?
yeah, sorry,
Bacon
pig.
is
Yeah,
pig.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I was a little confused there. That's why I didn't just
I
come
had
at you.
turkey bacon a couple weeks ago.
I did too.
What
It tastes
kind
like
of shit was that?
your mom made it for
Yeah,
us
that
once.
was
It tasted like well, cardboard.
Cardboard. I saw a picture the other day of like the McDonald's McNuggets before they're turned into nuggets. It's like it's like a pink paste. I don't care.
I
like
still
I
eat
don't.
it.
Like I'll still eat it. Like it doesn't change the fact that it tastes good.
I hear you. I hear you.
It must be a hard job though, really, to be the guy who like brings the cow through the factory and like gets its head cut off. Like there's a guy who does that.
That my
You have to be a depressed human being.
my stepbrother in law. Yeah, it's weird.
Okay, continue.
He apparently brought my stepsister when they were dating to a factory where they take chickens
Oh shit.
and like they separate them guy
Oh.
from girl and they take the guy
the
ones.
beaks.
No, no.
They debeak them.
No. It was like you pick up the chicken and you squeeze it, and I get that somehow lets you know if it's a guy or girl. I don't know if it pops one or what. But then he would throw it
Yeah.
into like a meat grinder
Oh
if it
my
was
God.
a boy.
Don't they debeak them first though?
I'm
I've
pretty
always
sure that
heard
they're.
They
I
rip the
thought
beak
that
off.
they were now just like engineered to not have a beak.
That's messed up.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I don't like that.
No, that's
Thing is,
KFC
like,
though.
The more I hear about the food industry, the more I'm like, wow, I really am terrible. But then I'm like, oh, Southwest chicken, delicious.
I know.
That's
I know.
bad.
I hear you.
I don't know. I'd eat it anyway.
I
I'm
like. You
still
remember
down
that
on
thing
not
that
call
they?
it steak.
I'm not.
I
at
know. I
all.
call it.
I have to
I'll have
disagree.
a cow slice, please.
I have to strongly disagree with you
Yeah,
on that.
fair enough.
Well, steak's my favorite food, so like I don't want to have to
I
change
like
it.
steak too.
Everyone that's like, "Hey man, what's your favorite meal?" I don't have to be like potatoes and cow slice. That-
They're like, you're really sticking to that, aren't you? You know, we're not going to change for you. I'd eat steak right now.
Oh, I thought you meant like just in general. One day you'd eat a steak. And I was like, it's not hard. It's
I'm definitely in the mood for steak.
Yeah, I could go for steak.
I always eat steak like rare.
I eat it medium rare.
Really? I love the blood.
I do. I like it medium rare. Just that's how I've always had it. We're talking about the way we prefer steak.
Yeah,
that's a legit thing.
I don't know. What'd you do today?
Nothing.
That's sad. Did you have class?
Yeah.
Wow, this show's really gone downhill. We're drinking beer. For some reason,
Alexander Keith's, I believe.
Why.
Yeah, India.
I think it's my brother bought beer when he came down to visit.
How long was he here for?
Not long. Just a couple, maybe out of 2 weeks or something like that.
Oh, okay. Well, no, I thought if it was like a day or two, I was like, that doesn't...
Why do you buy like 6 different kinds of beer? Anyway, he bought a bunch of beer and then just left it in the fridge, so I was like...
Yeah, we got Keith's Rolling Rock.
There's Stella in the fridge. There's like one Stella and another
fucking...
kind of weird beer. Like one of those weird beers that you have to go...
Do you like Stella? I don't like Stella.
Stella. I don't know.
I don't
I'll split it.
It's too fizzy.
Whatever.
I don't know why. I just find that it's too fizzy for beer.
I'm out of whiskey. I actually, the other day, I drank whiskey out of one of those little hotel bottles, like the small ones, because I was like, man, I really want whiskey, so I just opened one of those.
That's gross.
I have a bottle of creme de menthe from about 1983 in my cupboard. Don't know why.
Can we drink it?
Like my parents got it years ago. I don't know why I still have that.
I don't know. How old is it?
Old. Like way older than us.
Let's figure out the exact date and drink it on that, like,
yeah,
that podcast
on its anniversary.
Yeah,
perfect. I'm in. Rolling Rock's gross. Oh, I don't know.
I'm not a huge beer fan.
I'm just drinking it because I'm bored.
I want to get drunk by the end of the show.
I'm down. Well, you still got like an hour and a half, so.
I'm always worried we're going to go over time.
Wouldn't really matter. Like, does it really matter? No. Like, we're not really on a time here. We can go for 4 hours if you want to.
So. One day we'll do a straight show. We'll just keep going until we die or something, whichever comes first.
So, supposedly we can get 30% off our tuition. Did you hear about this thing?
No.
You apply for it, and you can get 30% back.
Oh, yeah, I applied for that.
I'm going to apply for it soon. Hot damn.
My mom made me sign for that.
Yeah, well, you can get like 800 if you're in university. I can get like 300 or something like that. I am psyched. I'm just going to take that money and drink it away.
And then...
You stop. I'm going to do it. It's going to be great.
Should be. I'm in. I won't get any of my money, though.
No?
That's the thing.
That's all going to go to
It all goes to my mom.
Wow.
Makes sense, though. She's paying for my whole education.
Yeah, that's true, yeah.
It's not like I'm paying for the whole thing. She's like, you get $800 back. Give it to me. No, she's paying for the whole thing.
Doesn't sound like that at all.
No, she doesn't.
The worst people try to do an impression of someone, but like all their impression is just this like generic like guy voice. Like Kara does all the time. She'll do her brother. Her brother's voice to her is just like, oh, like this. But then she'll do you or me, and it'll be the same thing.
See, I do that jokingly. Like my impressions of people. It's like, this is my impression of Mitchell. Ooh, I'm Mitchell. I'm lucky I wasn't aborted.
Yeah. I do say that.
He does. It's
oh, I wasn't a stillborn. No. Yeah, that's
but like
true.
that's how I do impressions of people. And if I do a girl, I try to make my voice a little higher, but I know that they're like, I'm not good at impressions.
I can't do regular people. I can do probably characters, and I can do like celebrities.
We learned one day doing a project for Mitchell's radio class. I don't know what it was, so I'm just gonna call it radio class.
Radio class.
Yes, they learned to radio.
I go to school in the back of a community center.
We were like, okay, we got to do different voices, like real people. That's when we realized we can only do character voices.
Yeah. So we did Brandon as himself, me as myself, Brandon
as Neil Peart-loving guy.
Yeah. I had to interview about 6 different people and ask them a quick question like, what's your favorite band? And then I had to cut the audio together so it was just the answers. So I asked Brandon a couple times. And because I left the project till last minute, and I was supposed to go out on the street and ask people. We decided to go on YouTube, look up ambient
street
sounds.
Noise.
Like, what did we look up? We
street noise.
Yeah,
so like cars
noises. It was pretty sad. and just asked Brandon questions like, "Hey man, what's your favorite band?" He was like, "Oh, I think what'd you say? Rush, man. All Canadian, all the time."
Can we get some Neil Peart up in this?
Yeah, that was a sad day.
And then we did the Lilix Kid.
Lilix, yeah.
Lilix Kid has become a legend unto himself.
We were at a party. That's when most of our started, just partying up Carlton. I don't even go there. I spend half my time up to this goddamn place. Anyway, we're at this party and we're all sitting there, kind of drunk.
It's after the party.
Yeah,
like we're getting ready for bed.
It's like what's it, like 3 something in the morning.
Oh yeah, we're all lying down. I'm sleeping on the floor. Mitchell's in bed with his woman, and then her roommate's in her bed beside, like, off the floor.
Off the other side, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, so we're sitting there and we're talking about bands that we remember, and someone goes, "Does anyone remember the band Lilix?" And Brandon,
Out of like,
yeah,
I'm sitting there and I try to go, "Oh yeah, Lilix, I remember them." Instead, it comes out and I'm like, "Oh my god, Lilix." And then I try to cover it up and I'm like, "Oh shit, that was bad." And I was like, my sister also used to listen to this band called Atomic Kitten. So I was like, "Do you guys remember Atomic Kitten?" And I was like, "Oh fuck."
He messed up, and for the rest of the night, it was just like, "Oh, maybe we went to Denny's." Oh, we're gonna talk about Denny's.
Oh,
Denny's
fucking
is like
Denny's.
Throughout these shows, the place we're gonna complain about the most are gonna be places like the Bus, Walmart,
Denny's.
You walk into Denny's, it's weird.
It's a lot of people who are there, and
a lot of NASCAR hats.
They look like they've given up on life, but like they haven't actually come to grips with the fact that they've given up. They're like, yeah, we're at a Denny's, but like at least we're not at a Cora's kind of thing.
Cora's is nice. I like Cora's way more. They carve your fruit into shit.
Yeah, but I don't. My problem with Cora's, I don't like fruit. So like,
yeah,
when I order like my meat stuffed bread roll, I don't want a fuck ton of fruit covering it.
Like, here's some grapes. I don't want your grapes.
Yeah, I just want.
The thing is about Denny's is I hate restaurants that name their like things that
fucked
you can
up
order,
food names,
weird names, because I don't feel comfortable saying, "Can I have
Grand Slamwich?"
Grand Slamwich. I can't
Moons
say
over my hammy.
I can't say that to another human
I ordered
being.
a Grand Slamwich once, and like immediately after, I nearly stabbed myself in the eye with a fork.
I started laughing so much at a grown man asking for a Grand Slamwich.
And not only that, I was led astray. The picture showed it, and it was like ham, bacon, like fried bologna, more bacon, more ham. And I was like, that's a lot of meat. And then there was like cheese between every layer, and it looked really good. And I was like, I know this is Denny's.
That was a Grand Slamwich that you were hoping for.
Yeah. And then what I got was egg, one strip of bacon, and like a Kraft Singles. It was the most depressing day of my life.
The thing is, it's like you go there, the waiter obviously had this job so that they can pay for their love child. You know,
everyone there's name is like Dante or like something weird where you're like, I don't hear that name often enough to have an opinion, but you're definitely giving it a bad one.
There's a lot of like people who look sad with their kids that they hate who won't shut up. You're ordering food and it comes on the plate. It feels like the food takes up about 10% of the plate. Everything's dry and shitty. I hate that place.
Why do we go there every time? Like we went there for like
3 times now.
A month. Every time we drank
weekend,
for a month, we
it
were like,
sad.
let's go to Denny's, and then we'd get there and we'd all be like, I fucking hate Denny's. Why are we here?
We're the best people here, and that's not saying
and it was
a lot.
No, it was like we'd go there the morning after parties. So like I'm wearing like a white dress shirt.
Because we would have our first party that we had at this place. It was a wine and cheese party where we all dressed up to be we all dressed up trying to be classy. So me and Brand show up, shirt and tie, dress pants kind of thing.
The fanciest people there.
Yeah, definitely. So everyone's having fun. Got like trashed, eating a bunch of cheese. I spent $15
on a block of royal cheddar
cheese. I don't
remember the brand.
Boulder
It was expensive.
Something. Bouldergate cheese? That's weird. Well, I'm sitting there. We buy the cheese. I go to the cash. This is how I'm so afraid of awkward situations that we pick up the cheese. There's no price on it. I mean, you don't buy it in the cheese section where it's like Cracker Barrel cheese or like Craft brand cheese.
Cracker Barrel.
Cracker Barrel. We went to the fancy cheese section near the deli where it's like the cheese section off and it's not attached to the wall.
It's just kind of free floating.
Free floating cheese stand. So we pick up this block. Boulder something cheese.
Yeah, Boulder Dash cheese.
Cracker Barrel. Sponsor.
We should have just sponsor.
So
Cracker Barrel, if you're listening.
I'm in. I am in.
All of me.
So we pick up the cheese. I go to the cash. This is how afraid I am of the awkward situation. I put up this block of cheese.
This was before we were poor.
Yeah.
Like poor enough that we were like, oh, out of money.
Yeah.
I'll explain that in a bit.
I get the cash, she scans it, $15. But I'm so afraid to be like, no, I'm not buying this, that I'm like...
Could we cut that in half?
I'm like, debit, please? Like, so afraid. So then Brandon's carrying a block of cheese in his pocket.
I have like a breast pocket on my coat, like on the inside, and I slipped it in there. That thing could have taken a fucking bullet for me, and I would have been fine.
Someone could at least shot you with, like, at least a BB gun, you'd have been...
Oh, I wouldn't even have noticed. Yeah. I would have just turned and been like, you want to fight, bitch? And then they'd win because
you're a real piece
I'm like
of
a
shit.
whole 110 pounds.
You're looking good.
Okay.
The cheese was the kind of the point where I realized that I'm so afraid. But we also had money at the time. Now we're at a point where, like...
we're so poor. Okay. I go to Carleton, and I spend, like, a lot of my classes are, like, middle of the day lunchtime. So I get... My mom sends me money every week to buy food and stuff.
Sad.
It is sad. But, like, I go in, and I can remember the first time my card got declined, I was all embarrassed, and I was like, oh, no, like,
it really
I'm so
is,
sorry.
Like, the first time it happens, it's, like, the worst feeling in the world, because you're like, oh.
Now it happens, like, I'll put my card in, it'll be declined, and I'll, like, look up at the people, be like, what do you know? I'm out of money. Yeah. And then I just, like, leave. It's to the point where I'm not even embarrassed anymore, and like I'll joke with the person across the counter, I'll be like, oh, I'm poor, maybe I should have your job.
Yeah. No, seriously, give me your job, bitch.
And the girl's like, leave me alone. There's a girl that works, there's like a corner store on my campus I always go to. It's called Abstentions or something really
Someone calls
weird.
It that, and I was like, what? Who? Where? You
mean
the store?
Yeah, it's the store. So we go there. And there's like that. Well, I go there because I'm addicted to Mellow Moods. Bob Marley's Mellow Moods, my favorite drink of all time. It's just the
opposite of an energy drink. You drink it and you feel sleepy.
Yeah.
And you just pass out.
Yeah, and I love them.
I love it.
I always have trouble getting to sleep. I down like 2 cans of this stuff.
You gotta be careful though, because you're like that's addictive shit. Like.
Wait until you see my room.
Are they really everywhere?
Oh God, there's like 12 bottles.
That's
just
sad,
empty
man.
bottles and like the big iced tea ones. Just
that's sad,
yeah. Oh, it's bad.
You got problems.
It's like Inception. Like you know,
your body's
he can't.
Not gonna be able to like produce anything anymore. Like
I think that's why I can't sleep anymore. I gotta like wean myself.
Yeah.
We'll anyway, what are they called? Fuck, I can't remember the name.
Like a patch?
Yeah.
You can quit.
Anyway.
That pen says so.
What was it? Yes, it does.
Yes, it does. It's a weird pen. It's got like a scroll that comes out the side.
Yeah,
Who's carrying that around?
And going like, guys, no, look.
Look at this scroll I have here.
What was I saying? Oh, right. So I'm buying this Mellow Moods and like a pack of gum or like a chocolate bar or something. I don't remember. But the girl's sitting there and she's not like, she's pretty, but not like, you know, I'm not like embarrassed. I'm not like all awkward standing there like, don't know what to say. So like I'm just whatever, and I reach for my stuff as she's reaching for the guy that was behind me. He was paying for something with his like campus card, and like we like scissor handed like.
Oh.
Like yeah, and like I grabbed her hand by accident, and then there's this awkward moment where like we're both like processing what happened, and then I pull my hand back. I'm like, sorry, babe, and then like grab my stuff and leave.
She's like, you didn't even pay for that. You're like, I don't even care. Call the cops. I can't look at you anymore. That's weird that you scissor hand some girl.
Yeah, and now like every time she's working there, I'm like really careful to keep my hands to myself.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're like, here's my debit card. You just kind of throw it from under the counter, like hit her in the face.
Like I'm really careful not to touch this girl anymore.
Yeah, she might call the cops.
Yeah, I can't deal with the heat.
This man tried to scissor hand me
again. Like he did it once.
Yeah. What are the chances that happened twice? A coincidence? Doubt it.
What's the chances it happens once by coincidence?
I hate going into a convenience store alone.
I always feel like such a piece of shit.
I feel like someone's like, "What are you doing?" Like, thinking.
I don't know why they're rushing. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
They keep
I don't
turning
know,
around like,
one
Yakov, what are you doing here? When did you start working here?
Oh, I'm just picking up some mellow moods. Yeah, I do. I feel like any kind of store though. I always feel like when I'm walking through a store, I hate having a bag with me when I'm in the store.
Fuck! I always have my bag because
not even that someone
going
looks
to
at me
school.
or says something to me. I just feel like they're automatically assuming I'm gonna steal.
It doesn't help that I'm a teenage boy and I'm a hipster. So like I kind of look a little not well-to-do.
Yeah, you look pretty terrible there. Is that my sweater? I didn't even notice you put it on.
I got cold.
It's cold in here. That's weird.
Yeah. Is that my sweater?
Yeah. Oh shit.
That's
funny.
I thought so earlier when you were like sitting there and you turn like rub your nose on the shoulder. I was like, I think that's my sweater.
You can keep it. That's pretty great. What was it today? Yeah, I want to go back to the poster sale. How angry I was. It's upsetting. And I hate the...
Are we really doing like a callback to something we talked about 45 minutes ago?
Yes. I went off on a rant for 30. It really does. It makes me angry. Because the posters are repetitive. Like, I see them over and over and over.
Some of them are... there are some I would buy, but then like...
You're
it's
poor.
like... Yeah.
You barely afford a mellow moods.
Yeah.
Without fucking finger scissoring some girl.
That didn't get me the mellow moods for free.
Yeah, it didn't, yeah.
It was the...
She's like, just take it. You're like, no.
Don't ever do that again, and I'll let you take them forever.
Yeah.
All right. Like how we're saying finger scissored, like they know what I mean. We'll post a picture along with this.
Yeah? Okay. I'm in.
It'll be, that'll be, what do they call it in the textbooks? Figure 1 will be the scissor hands that I did.
Isn't it weird? I was in my basement today. We found a textbook for like physics, which I don't know anyone in my family where that textbook would have came from.
You also have a flight manual and a book on advanced computer science.
Also, we found a dictionary that's about a foot thick.
It's like an encyclopedia, but it's a French dictionary.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from.
Yeah,
I want to get a big pedestal.
And open it to that gems page. There's a page just dedicated to gems.
There's no writing on it. It's just gems. Anyway.
The best thing we found, though...
Oh, Jesus.
I'll let Mitchell explain it. You
We're
can't
going
see
through
it,
some,
but...
some old box of shit. We find a keychain that has a rainbow on it.
It's like plastic.
It's like a plastic square, and there's piece of paper inside.
It'll be figure 2.
It'll be figure 2 in our giant foot-thick textbook. This one, and it says, it's a rainbow. It says, in case of AIDS, break glass. When you flip it over, there's a condom inside that's sealed inside the plastic.
It's got to be like 30 years old.
What the hell am I looking at? Like, it is really weird.
It's very politically incorrect.
Incorrect. It's got a rainbow on it. It says super thin, made in Taiwan.
So you know it's good.
Yeah, I don't want to be real. I don't trust that. I don't know. Where's Taiwan? I just stumped you.
Yeah,
Where the hell's Taiwan? Where's Indonesia?
Can we not make ourselves look like idiots?
I really don't
I know exactly where they are. I just don't want to tell the listeners.
Yeah, it's
east of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the weirdest thing. The condom's all dried up and it's just sealed in this weird
It's like the condom is actually cracking. And I don't know how many of our listeners have had sex before, but if you've seen a condom, it shouldn't be cracking.
It shouldn't be cracking. I am keeping that for the rest of my life.
It's on the floor now.
Watch, I'll roll over it later and we'll get fucking malaria shot into our face.
Because in reality, it's actually chemical warfare from the Taiwanese.
The Taiwanese? I thought it was from Indonesia. What did I say? Where's Indonesia? You ever felt like that where you're just like, I'm never going to tell anyone, but I'm not really sure where Spain is.
I had that with, back in the day, I was like, Ireland. Is that in Europe?
Yeah.
And then I was at Matt LeBlanc's house, friend of ours, and he's like, let's play the UFC PlayStation game.
Oh.
So I was like, all right. So I'm making a character, and I was like, obviously he has to be from Ireland because the Irish can fight really well.
They invented fisticuffs, Brandon.
Yeah, so I go into Europe, and I'm looking, but there's no option for Ireland.
Yeah.
And I look over at Matt, and I go, oh, that's weird. Ireland isn't in Europe. And he goes, it isn't on the map either. And I was like, oh, fuck, are you? Oh, God, I'm an idiot. And then he's
dumb.
Yeah, and he's like, no, it actually is in Europe. And then, like, that was the moment I decided I'd stop believing everyone was smarter than me.
What continent is Russia part of, Brandon?
What continent?
Yeah.
The one with like Germany and all that. I don't know, like what
the
Russia.
The one with Germany and all that. Yeah, that's the one. No, it's part of Asia.
Is it really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
The reason you think that is because you're like, they're white, they look cold, everything's gray, it must be.
And like
Europe.
Russian kind of sounds like German, just a little angrier.
Yeah, no, because I remember I was like, Russia is part of Asia, I'm pretty goddamn sure. And I feel like an idiot for not
Send
knowing.
us an email.
Yeah, send us an email, fingerbrangradio@gmail.com. Tell us what
continent Russia's part
or really anything about Russia's fine.
Yeah.
Fun facts.
We love Russia. We just don't know anything about it.
I really I like how you assume. I know exactly your thought process behind it was. It's gray, it's cold, they're white.
They're angry.
They're angry.
The sun never shines. That sounds like Europe to me.
Why is it that medieval times there was never a sun? You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. Well, not in what we're showing. But then that's, I don't know.
No. You've never seen a medieval times movie where they're like chilling. Are there no beaches
yes.
in Britain?
Yeah, no. Okay, I don't think so.
Really?
Well,
like
no, there
beaches?
would be beaches, just it's always raining and you never see the sun, so you wouldn't go.
So they never go to the beach?
No.
So when they come to the States or like to like North America, are they like, let's go to the beach? Is that
Probably
like a big
not, because like beaches aren't fun.
Beaches suck.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's not.
And I think
Oh, my
I
Lord.
think like the British and that area, I think they are aware that beaches suck, whereas like everyone in North America and the Americas is just retarded.
Yeah.
And they're
Why
like,
would
beaches are great.
Yeah. Why would I want to sit on a beach?
That was a very bad
It's
British accent.
sandy. I'll get it in my knickers. They say
Aye.
knickers still? Aye. They're pirates now, too.
Yes.
I read this thing online where this guy said that his girlfriend had just found out that pirates. I said pirates.
Sometimes Mitchell's 5 years old.
Every once in a while. She just found out that pirates were real. Like, that was a real thing in the past. She thought that was just like a make-believe story. Like, pirates were like...
I can almost understand that because of the
that.
amount of fantasy about pirates.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you said about if no one told you that a unicorn was fake, why wouldn't you believe in a unicorn? It's just a horse with a horn.
Yeah,
like there are
really.
whales with horns.
Yeah, that's true.
My theory is that the unicorns became dicks after we chased them all into the ocean.
Yeah, that's true. And then they were like, let's get rid of these legs and grow a fin.
Yeah.
That's true. Narwhal's a weird thing.
My
mom didn't know a narwhal was a real thing.
I remember
You were there, right?
Yeah,
And
I was the one who
and
brought
she's
them
like-
up, I think.
She was like, wait, like, what do you mean? I'm like, like a narwhal. It's like a whale, kind of, I guess.
With a
It has a
horn.
big horn.
Yeah, she didn't believe us. The unicorns of the sea.
Unicorns of the sea. Wouldn't you love to have, like, a narwhal horn?
Yes.
On your wall?
Yes.
Yes.
I did a project on narwhals once.
No, you didn't.
Well, okay.
Why?
Here's the
You're like,
explanation.
not for school, just for personal research.
I apologize for hitting the mic. But, no, okay, what it was, I was in a politics class, and they're like, make a political party. Yeah, beer's not good.
I'm not liking this beer.
Make a political party, and, like, state what you stand for. And we'll have, like, a class election. You got to try to win. So, the political party me and my friends made was the Narwhal Party of Canada. What's going on? What's going on?
No, keep going.
And, so, we made our whole platform, like, save the narwhals.
Yeah.
Narwhals aren't endangered.
Not at
They're
all.
not
They
extinct.
can defend themselves. They have a giant...
Yeah, they're
I call
good.
them corns because why would they call it a corn? Because it's a unicorn. Why not a unicorn? That's
know.
why I think it should
I
be
don't know.
called. I'm petitioning.
All right, I'll sign
It's
that.
called a unicorn.
I can get behind
now.
that. But so our whole thing was like protect the narwhals, even though they don't really need it, to be honest. And
They're doing okay.
yeah, And so I looked up, like, I did research on them, and one of the pictures I found, it was a guy, like, standing there holding a narwhal horn, went down to the head, but then, like, the head was just brutally chopped off and sitting on the ice, and he's, like, standing beside it, giving a thumbs up, and he's all jovial and whatnot. And that was, like,
I don't know where Spain is, and I don't know what jovial really means, to be honest with you.
I think it means, like, joyful, happy, I think.
Suppose.
Don't email. I don't care.
I don't care. I won't. I'll look it up in my thick dictionary.
It's French, but you know,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get a new beer.
Our last names are French. Oh, of course. So you had to slam it down like, I'm done.
This is still cold. I feel this is gonna be gross.
You're gonna hear a loud. Oh, that wasn't nearly.
That noise is refreshing sounding. You know what I mean?
I read a thing online about this whole thing about refreshing. And it was like a comic, and this guy takes a drink, and he's like, that was freshing. And the guy's like, don't you mean refreshing? He goes, no, like, you're an idiot. To be refreshed, I had to be freshed in the first place. But since I wasn't, how could I be refreshed? Yeah. So then the guy, like, stands there for a minute, and he goes, well, that's just ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. That is clever.
That to
it's
me...
like on Pootie Tang when he's like, he's rejuvenated. He was rejuvenated once, then he lost it, and got rejuvenated again. Rejuvenated.
He's crying over corn. Anyway.
Pootie Tang, if you haven't seen it, I'm not going to go into it because I could really talk about that movie for 6 hours straight and not get tired of it. Pootie Tang's probably one of my favorite movies of all time.
It is the dumbest movie. It
Written
really...
by Louis C.K. It was like one of the greatest comedians right now.
But it's dumb.
Yeah.
Like, you can't deny it's dumb, but it's so funny.
Back to your narwhal story. I want to hear
more of this. Just like, the picture of the guy, like, holding a decapitated narwhal head, looking absolutely pleased with himself.
Yeah.
And, like, I think about it, and I'm like, that man's a monster. But no, if I managed to decapitate a narwhal, I'd be pretty damn proud, too.
Yeah.
But there's, like, blood everywhere. It looked like an epic battle.
I remember having to do a project in elementary school. Grade school, for American listeners. Is that what they call it?
Who cares?
That's a good point. 1st to 5th grade. Anyway, and it was on, and we had to pick one of the provinces. Nice.
I didn't even
that
know
came
that.
through very loud.
I didn't even mean to do that.
You pretended to be a redneck, breathing into a moonshine bottle with the 3 X's on it.
My beer
basically.
says triple X.
Hey, nice. We had to do a project on one of the provinces. I tried to pick the province with the easiest flag to draw. That's how lazy I am. But I got stuck with British Columbia. Have you ever seen that? Not sad. Remember how I was like, I don't know where Spain is, and I don't know what jovial means. We live in Ontario. What flag is Ontario, Brandon?
Better question. Why should I care?
Yeah, that's a good point. No,
I know the flag for New Brunswick because I saw it my whole life. But like once we moved to Ontario,
I'm too mature for flags.
Yeah, it was like once we moved to Ontario, it was never like flags weren't a big part of the school process anymore. It was just the Canadian flag.
I feel for about 6 years of my life, every year at school, I had to draw the color in. They'd give you a map on a white piece of paper of all the provinces, and you'd like color them in and put where the capitals were and stuff.
But they never had like you had to look at a map and then look at your blank.
People, listen, I just spilled beer all over my chest like a big retard.
Did you do it again?
Careful, I'm getting some in my mouth.
Yeah, no, but you had to like look at a map and then look at your blank sheet and try to match them up really well, but the teacher would always look and go like, that's not right.
Yeah.
It's like, you don't even have a map near you.
In our first episode, we're releasing this, Fingerbang episode 1. We're going to release this as our first episode. Although we did do a first...
We have an episode 0.
We have an episode
It's like
0.
the pilot.
That would be our pilot. We'll release that later on. When we did it, we talked about...
Gross.
What did we talk about? How unmanly over there. We're drinking beer. We're like, ew, get me a soda pop.
Get me a soda pop.
Now I'm lost. Now I don't know what I was talking about.
You were talking about what we talked about in episode 0.
There was a lot.
The pilot, yeah.
Damn. Oh, well.
We should name each episode. The pilot.
The pilot. Brandon and Mitchell go to Sobeys. I don't know what that means.
I will never go to Sobeys.
That's the worst. Okay.
It's the worst grocery store.
Over the years, grocery stores have become more modern in the sense that I go to a Sobeys. For people who don't live around, Sobeys is based just a grocery store that's been around for like 40 years, and they're all over Canada.
They were at one point being bought out by Price Chopper.
I don't know.
No, I remember that. They were.
I don't know.
They were. I remember because my dad's like, let's go to the Price Chopper. They're buying all the Sobeys.
Things I don't know, and I'll look it up later. But Sobeys is the store that never changed. You go through and it still looks the exact same. It's the worst kind of place.
Like, they still have, like, cereal boxes from the 90s, and you're like, you pick up a Butterfinger.
They don't even sell tricks anymore.
Like, you pick up a Butterfinger, and it still has that Simpsons contest they were doing back in the day, where it's like, who stole my Butterfinger? And you're like, who did, Bart? I don't know.
I don't really care, to be honest with you.
And you're like, this is weird, but nothing's expired. It's just, like, they've found someone who sells 90s boxes.
I wonder if you can buy, like, I want to go on eBay and try to buy food. Be like, can I buy cereal on eBay? I'm pretty sure you could buy it.
Oh, yeah, eBay, anything, anytime.
There's some weird stuff. I saw a list of all these weird things people sold on eBay, and like one of them was like the time machine suit, and it was just underwear and a hat made of tinfoil, and all the pictures were a guy standing in front of a green screen, and the green screen had like pictures of like different places, like he was like in front of the Coliseum. Like, to me, that was brilliant that someone took the time to do that. I like that. I appreciate it.
One guy sold nothing. Just nothing.
Yeah. I saw one guy, he sold an air guitar.
Yeah. There used to be I saw a book in chapters when I was a kid, and it said it was learn to play air guitar, and it came with your own air guitar, and there was just an empty plastic thing on the side.
That's funny. Also a waste of money.
Yeah. I think it was just a book you bought, like, hey guys, I'm funny. Check out my book collection.
If that's how you define yourself as funny, my voice went high. I apologize. Oh, shit.
it spiked.
Looking at the levels here, I spiked. If that's, like, what you buy to be funny, something wrong with you. Yeah. Although you did buy me, Brandon bought me a, you've seen them for years in stores. It's like it looks like a switchblade, but it's a comb.
I got it for him for Christmas.
We didn't buy each other gifts. He just bought me the $10 like
switch comb.
Switch comb.
And I got you something else too.
God damn, I play with it a lot. Balls.
Balls.
Me and Brandon back in New Brunswick when we were really young, we went to
first energy drink we ever had.
It's called Balls if you don't have it, and it comes in a glass bottle, and we just bought it because it said Balls, but then it turned out to be pretty good, so he got me a bottle of that too.
Yeah.
I like the bottle.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is.
Yeah, I think I threw my note.
We've talked about energy drinks last episode.
About how they're like the alcohol of adolescence.
Because I wouldn't.
Well, you disagreed with the adolescence part, but then I brought up the point that like 16 is when they stop being like a taboo thing. Yeah, we're not going to keep referencing the pilot episode.
No. But that's not adolescence to me is 16 and over. Adolescence is teenagers.
No, that's teenage.
Yeah, that's not.
Adolescence is before.
Yeah,
like before 16.
I was buying energy drinks.
Before 16.
Yeah, because I think 16 and above, alcohol is the alcohol of alcohol. Yeah, I went there. You know what I mean? Like I was drinking. And, like,
no, I don't, because what you just said made zero sense. Alcohol was the alcohol of alcohol. You just want alcohol.
Alcohol was the alcohol of my adolescence. When I was like 17.
Of your teen years.
Yeah, 16.
Yeah,
17.
that's not adolescence. Email us. Email us what adolescence is.
Fingerbang@gmail.com is...
Settle this debate before I punch him in the base of the penis.
I'm telling you, man. Adolescence means teenagers.
No.
Like 16. Yeah,
I don't think so.
It does.
I don't think so.
I swear. We'll check it up on the break, and then I'll come back.
No, we won't. We're going to get like some food or something. I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, I know, but I'm still going to look it up. I got a phone. I can look up Wikipedia whenever I want. I'm looking at porn right now. What I'm saying...
Okay, I downloaded a Wikipedia app for my phone, and every time I open it, well, I got rid of it because I didn't use it enough. Like on my phone, I always had my laptop handy when I needed Wikipedia. But every time I opened it, it brought me to the page for Betty Grable.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, because you looked it up when you heard it on Community, right?
Yeah, and it never took me to any other page. It was I'd open it, and it would say...
Betty Grable app.
It would just say, loading Betty Grable. And I was like, I don't want to look up Betty Grable right now. For those of you who don't know who Betty Grable is, look her up. Wonderful gal.
Wonderful gal. I'm telling you, adolescence is 16 and above.
I disagree.
Preteens are like...
Don't bring in that.
I think energy drinks are the alcohol of your preteen years.
Which is what I consider adolescence.
Oh, no, man. We're at 55. Let's take a break. Let's eat something. And then I'm going to look up goddamn I'm sure I can find it on
Can we
Wikipedia.
just stop that?
No.
the adolescence debate.
Okay. Well, let's take a break. We'll be back with more Fingerbang Radio Show. And we're back with more Fingerbang Radio Show with your hosts Mitch and Brandon. All right, Brandon, we just had our break. First, because people are listening to this and it's not going to take that long, adolescence, we looked it up. We're both right. Adolescents last between 13 and 19 years old.
It seems we split our knowledge 50%.
I guess when you think about it, it makes sense. It's 12 and then 13.
And then 19 and then 20. Yeah.
So yeah, I guess we could have figured that out if we tried. One thing we were going to bring up, we were downstairs and TLC was on TV. And Say Yes to the Dress was on.
That show. Watching that show, just for how long did we watch it? Like 10 minutes? Maybe? It made me never want to get married. And I'm the kind of guy who once I'm married, I want to be married, but then I watch the show and I don't want to at all. Because all it's showing me is that my wife is going to be a bitch about dresses. Her friends are going to be bitches about dresses.
Well, that's the thing. They bring their friends with them. The friends are... Okay, Say Yes to the Dress. If you haven't seen it, which, you definitely have to. I do. I'd, enjoy that show because everyone's just a terrible person.
It makes me feel better about myself.
A bride-to-be going to a...
Store, bridal store.
Like a bridal store, and she's picking out dresses, and she's always with her friends, and it's always they make it all dramatic, we have to find her this dress and this dress.
In this many hours.
And she always has some friend with her who's a fucking asshole.
And this one, it was a gay guy named Trey.
Yeah,
and
his name? I don't anyway. And they're always just the worst kind of person, and they're just telling them, this dress is ugly, or, you look
This girl brought out a dress, and every time she did, her gay friend would look at it and go, there's lace.
Yeah.
And not let her buy her own wedding dress because there was lace.
Sometimes they'll bring their mothers with them. I don't know,
That's the worst.
That is the worst. They have the worst.
I would never, if I was getting married to a girl and she's like, I'm going to bring my mom dress shopping with me. But, no, you ain't.
No, you ain't. Well, you'll never finish.
We have to get married at some point this year. You can't bring your mom.
It's TLC though. It's filled with I hate that channel.
It's called the Learning Channel, but they never show a show where you learn something.
Yeah, you just learn to hate everyone. They have about 6 shows about people with too many kids, about 4 shows where people make cakes, 2 shows with midgets, and weird documentaries about people with diseases. That's
not even
show.
Diseases. Sometimes it's I eat too much, so I'm really fat. Yeah. And then they make a documentary, and the person gets surgery and gets skinny.
Have you ever seen that show? It's called My Strange Addiction.
I've heard of it. I haven't seen it.
One of the girls was addicted. There's a lady who can't stop eating toilet paper.
Yeah.
There's another lady who drinks liquid laundry detergent.
That will kill you.
Yeah, no, that's the thing. They were wait, you're not doing good, but you won't die. It's kind of just soap, right? Really, weird shit. And of course, Hoarders, which is just filled with people that you're I want to choke you to death.
Yeah. They have mummified cats under their books.
There was one guy, he's sitting there and he had he had 1 million magazines or something like that. And they're no, you have to get rid of these, John. You have to get rid of these magazines. There's way too many. They're filling up the house. And he's like, well, give me a minute. He starts going through the mags. Keep in mind, this guy's got 1 million goddamn magazines in his house. He starts going through them, cutting out coupons for stuff that they don't even make anymore. I might need this. It's a coupon that expired in 1983 for a product that doesn't even exist.
Those realistic machine guns for kids.
Yeah, exactly. It's a wood burning kit. That was a toy.
Yeah.
I wish toys were still like that.
I know, me too.
Careful your feet.
50s toy.
It's just rubbing on the thing that's coming through. Hey, you quit it. I wish some of those toys were still a wood burning kit.
At home nuclear reactor kit.
Yeah, my first meth lab.
That was my favorite.
Yeah.
When I was a kid, I don't remember what it was called, but I had a toy set where you melted down metal and made
I had
die-cast metal cars.
How dangerous! I was talking about that the other day.
Yeah, that's retardedly dangerous.
There's like easy bake oven, which if I could have an easy bake oven like next to me right now, I would have it.
I'd be
dope.
cooking cupcakes.
Yeah, like no one's business. They also had like creepy crawlers where you could like you put in like gel.
You made the gel
made
things.
little, like weird worms and stuff. But
I had that too.
The smell is still in my mind. Like there was a distinctive
Yeah.
smell with it. The metal though, I remember it was basically like forge your own rings and shit. And you buy the little metal balls, you'd put them in, and it'd go in with and it would heat them up and melt them into shapes. That is dangerous. You're playing with liquid metal.
It would take like you'd be heating it for like 3 hours.
Yeah, it took a long time
because it was a toy.
Yeah. I remember my dad bought it and it broke, and I think my dad just realized like this is the most dangerous shit of all time. Like let's get rid of that now.
I was rarely ever allowed to use mine.
Yeah.
I really wish I could.
I played with a lot of
them.
creepy crawlers. I had 2 Light Brights. Remember Light Bright?
Yeah, I remember Light Bright. I don't know why you got to have 2.
My grandmother had one in her house, and then she died, and I got it. Goddamn bones. Yeah, Light Bright was pretty
Reminds
good.
me of a story. Say hipster later.
Okay.
And point to me, and I'll remember the story.
You got it. I'll write that down right here on my notes. I have notes now, because I'm a professional.
Yes, we're professionals at this.
I've been doing it for a whole week.
Yes, we have. A little less than a week.
I wanted to bring up Wikipedia. Went down 2 days ago. They blacked out their site on purpose for 24 hours.
Along with
tons of sites did it.
yeah, like Reddit did it.
Reddit.com, which I use every day. I love Reddit.
The one site that did it that
I guess Brandon saw this one. Surprise.
Yeah. Okay. So, I was bored on the internet because a lot of websites blacked out in protest of SOPA, and what is it, PIPA?
PIPA, I think. That's what it's called.
There were the internet bills that were supposed to censor the internet effectively, but they were pulled from, or SOPA was pulled from Senate today. So, well, today being.
I think they just delayed it.
No, the guy took it out.
Not word.
Yeah.
Internet.
Whatever day today is, I'm not actually sure. Friday the
20th.
Anyway, so a lot of websites were blacking out in protest of it, and I don't know if you guys remember, it would have been grade 8, so like, oh fuck, we're in grade 13 now.
We're in grade 13 now.
Technically.
We're in grade 13 now, he says.
Technically, we're in grade 13
Okay,
if you want to get fancy.
I'll leave it.
So in grade 8, there was the website Newgrounds, where you'd go to watch like dumb Flash videos, play Flash games. I was on the internet, and like a lot of sites were blacked out. So I was like, oh, I'll go to Newgrounds, see if there's any games. They were blacked out.
Yeah.
I think Newgrounds needs to realize that they're not that like popular anymore, that people like. The only reason I noticed is because I was like, every other site's blacked out. Oh, so is Newgrounds. It wasn't like I'll go to Newgrounds first. Oh shit, they're blacked out. I don't think anybody did that.
I'm gonna go to Newgrounds later and have a look around, because I'm pretty sure I had to remember.
They had
a lot
one
of stuff.
actually fun game on there not too long ago.
I don't want to even know. I hate it. It's like,
no, it's a game
sites.
from another website that they made. They made a website specifically for this Flash game and then put it on Newgrounds. It was a fun game. I played it. I beat it.
I don't remember. I remember going to that site a lot. There was some funny stuff on there.
Madness.
I don't know.
It was like the. I'm trying to describe it. I can picture it perfectly in my head. Because it started out and it was like the guy just wanted to listen to his radio in the park, but people kept trying to get him to shut it off, so he like kills everyone. And then they went like.
It was like grayscale and those little.
Yeah. And then they had like episode 2 where he wanted to kill the sheriff, and then like it kept getting weirder and weirder.
I remember watching that a lot, actually. That's sad.
Yeah.
This one website I remember going to a lot was funnyjunk.com. Funny Junk was basically like before YouTube. Before I even knew about Newgrounds.
It was just pictures.
It was basically, you'd go those pictures and like,
you'd click on the picture, it'd give you a new picture.
It'd be more flat. A couple Flash videos. I seen everything on the site.
Yeah, like Mario Twins was on that. Funniest fucking video
classic.
I had ever seen.
If you haven't seen Mario Twins, that was.
Look it up. I don't know if
I saw it like about a month ago.
All right, you should be able to find it on
Z World or where the word fuck comes from.
Gonads and strife.
Gonads and... Oh, my God. Oh, I'm writing that down because I'll watch that later. Anyway, that's boring to people who don't know what the hell we're talking about. But there is some brilliant goddamn stuff on that site. I'm going back to Funny Junk now.
Funny Junk sucks
YouTube,
now.
Screw Newgrounds.
Funny Junk is terrible.
We are also talking about how there's sites like eBombs World. And we're talking about, like, who goes to these sites. Like, you ever, like, you're trying to do research on something, and it brings you to some thread on some website, and people have like emoticons, and they have like their own avatars and stuff,
like
and
signatures,
like, and you're like, why are you signed up on this site? Like, are you an active member of this website?
And then like, yeah, no, I know what you mean. Like sometimes, and you'll visit a profile just out of the blue, and you'll be like, oh my god, like this person has like 4,000 posts.
Yeah.
This is a website about
it's not like you're on Reddit, you're not on like a 4chan, and you're on
some weird back alley website about like bootleg anime.
Yeah, it's exactly it. You're sitting there going like, who took the time?
Like, I just wanted to know if Death Note was getting a sequel anime. I hate Death Note. I could never get into it.
God damn you for saying that.
But yeah, Mitchell likes it, so I thought I'd bring up an anime he knew.
Yeah, I've watched the whole season, the entire series, 4 times now. That's sad.
It is.
Yeah. Anyway, eBombs World.
Yes.
eBombs World is one of those sites where I'm like, who in their right? I feel like if I met a kid in school who was like, I love eBombs World, I'd be like, I'm not friends with you
I have
anymore.
an account.
Yeah, I have an account.
Can you have an account on eBombs World?
I don't know. I had it up here just to see. I don't even remember. I think I'd been there once, and I couldn't tell you what it looks like just from...
I had a babysitter once who...
eBombs World. Funny videos, funny pictures, flash games, jokes. Flash... I see the word flash, and I'm not happy. I don't like flash games, flash videos. It's like before YouTube, before like anything could work. eBombs World looks like a piece of shit of a website.
Can you have an account? Does it have like a register?
Yeah, sign up, log in. If I forget the login, I ain't going back.
Yeah, that's pretty much my thing. If I forget the login for your website, I ain't coming back.
Yeah, I really I don't like this. I don't like any of this. Yeah, I'm done. Watch. Tonight I'll go on just to look and be like, this is the best website. No wonder it's been around since 1983.
You know, before they invented public internet.
Yeah, or the internet, yeah. I don't know. I don't understand it.
One day, computers will only take up half a room.
Yeah. That's true. What else we got here? I wanted to bring up, what was it? Another website like that. That I hate and I'm angry at, probably because I'm just a big fan of the internet, and I'm kind of I see myself as almost like a purist of the internet. Like I like to know where it comes from originally, and I like to support the original sites. Like I'm a big fan of, and I would never say Reddit is filled with like new posts because I know it's just recycled shit, but at least Reddit does have a lot of original stuff.
Yeah.
And 4chan I know is like the
pretty much
of like every meme you've ever seen.
It's the original page of the internet.
And then I hear people going like 9gag is so funny, and I just get really upset because it's one of those things like when did I tell you what, I was at that party and this girl was there.
The Tumblr thing. I think we talked about that in episode 0.
I was just sitting there talking with someone about like memes, and someone said Forever Alone, and this girl goes, Forever Alone, that's from Tumblr. And instead of being like, well, she's younger than me and like whatever, like who cares? I got like insanely upset to the point where I really got furious. Like I raged all over. I was like, "You're a fucking idiot! Like, don't you dare ever tell me that don't ever try to tell me where something comes from on the internet because you have no idea what the hell you're talking about. Do you know how much goddamn time I spend on the internet? You dumb bitch." I got angry.
This is him talking about a picture from the internet.
Yeah, I do, though. I get really upset. Just one of those things where it's like people who go on Tumblr. Tumblr's just filled with what do you call them? I call them GIFs because that's the way I say it. I don't call them GIFs. I call them GIFs. GIFs of Harry Potter, and that's it. Like, I feel that's all that place is. And it's those shit like we were talking about earlier, those posters that you see where it'll be like black and white, but one of the taxis is yellow. That's all that place is.
And it says,
how can I live without you? You've changed.
People change.
People change.
Now I'm a taxi.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
one of those, that's what I feel Tumblr is.
I don't know.
I don't get it. Like, I don't know.
I see pictures from Tumblr where it's like this one girl's like, "How do you know you're a pansexual?" And she goes, "Well, when I see pans, I'm just like," and it's like a picture of her licking a pan. And like
funny.
every once in a while, yeah, there's some clever pictures
I'm
like
calling
that.
out, but like again, I'm sure if I went through 9gag for a while, I'd find some original content.
But
I'll never go there.
No,
because I'm just angry, and I'm sure Tumblr
I see a
has
lot of people
stuff.
post stuff from 9gag
Me too.
on
I get really
Facebook all of a
upset.
sudden.
I do. Like
I refuse to go to
I
it.
considered like deleting them as my friends. How bad is that? Because I'm like, I feel really I feel like a purist, I suppose.
This is just shameless self-promoting here, but if any of you are artists, we really need someone to make us a logo.
Yeah. I gotta talk to someone about Photoshop. I like that picture though. I think that'll work.
It'll work for now, but I like the finger thing gun.
Yeah, me too. We'll have to change it around. We'll see.
So, artists.
Artists.
You know your
shit
job.
Together. I wanted to bring up infomercials. We had talked about it in episode 0, but I saw one where it was one of those like Tupperware organizers. Reenactments. I feel like
My favorite part, I know Are you talking about the one where it's like it's kind of like a circle thing, and it's like tops are on one part, and like you spin it?
I wasn't paying attention that much to really think about it.
Because that one has my favorite reenactment of all time. It's like, it helps clear up space, and the lady opens her cupboard, starts grabbing Tupperware and pulling it down onto her, and then acting like she's all upset after. She's like, "Oh, Tupperware avalanche," and I'm like, "You did that to yourself."
She does like the hands like up, like, "Oh man, like I can't believe that happened."
I don't know what just happened.
It's one of those. It's like. I feel like our generation is the first generation to sit there and go like, this is really stupid, right? Like, there must have been a time when infomercials like that worked, or they wouldn't keep doing that same style. Everyone knows if you're really on a regular basis buying things from infomercials, like, you're an idiot. Like, and I'm not saying like the person who buys a Snuggie because it's funny, because I think that's almost like a gag gift in a way. But the person who's like, wow,
careful you don't ruin that pen.
Oh yeah, that's true. Ripping the scroll pen. Tell me how to quit smoking. The person who sees the commercial for the pocket purse organizer thing and goes, wow, that'll really work.
Or like the hear people from, I don't even know what it was like. It's like you can hear people from hundreds of feet away, and like in the commercial, there's a guy sitting in like the stands at a football game, and he's listening to the coach.
I like to imagine the millions of other people around him who would like the sound, like who's sitting there going like, "Oh, that's a good idea." Idiots.
I really want to listen to the coach at my local high school football game.
So I can yell at my son later and then molest him.
Because really, if you're buying the spy gear, you're pretty much a pedophile.
Yeah, that's true. I don't understand what generation that comes from.
I don't trust the people that make infomercials, because I have a feeling they're touchy-feely.
Like, you'd sit down and you'd be like, I want
to sell this product, and the guy would like grab your shoulder and be like, "Sure, champ, yeah, buddy, what's your product?" And you'd be like, "Stop touching me, and I'll tell you."
I just want to make sure you're okay, buddy. Rubbing your neck and your shoulders and shit. I don't know. It's like they're all like used car salesmen with their own ideas for products.
Shit. But none of them are good.
Yeah, it's that one though, the one where she opens the cupboard and it's like in black and white.
Yeah, and she pulls it all down.
And it all just falls on her, and it's
she's pulling it down onto her.
That's true. There was a commercial back in the day for it wasn't for Pop-Tarts actually, it was for toaster strudels. Now the commercial didn't really make sense, because here's the plot of the commercial. Kid leaves the house.
I'm interested.
He's holding a toaster strudel, and he meets up with his friend outside because they're going to walk to school. His friend pulls out a Pop-Tart and trades him for it. Okay?
Uh-huh.
There's the deal. But it's a commercial for toaster strudel. Okay? So the joke is that every day he's like, "Hey man, you got my toaster strudel," and he trades him for the Pop-Tart. Right? They don't mention the they kind of just show the Pop-Tart trading. But it's the toaster strudel that he gives over, and that's like the part that you're supposed to focus on. I guess, am I making sense here? Whatever.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how that's like
trades him the toaster strudel for the Pop. The point is, it's like if you're seeing a commercial, why wouldn't it be like, why
Damn,
is that
I
kid...
don't want that toaster strudel. Pop-Tarts are better.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense, first of all, from a marketing standpoint. That's stupid.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he takes this part, the toast strudel. The other guy gets the Pop-Tart. They get to school. He goes up to his locker, and he opens his locker, and like a million Pop-Tarts avalanche out and like cover him. So every day after he gives the guy the toast strudel and gets the Pop-Tart, he stores them in his locker. Who is this kid? What's he doing that his mom's giving him a delicious toaster strudel? He's trading it for probably an apple cinnamon Pop-Tart. And I said it for years, if you have a friend and they give you an apple cinnamon Pop-Tart, that's not your friend, because apple cinnamon Pop-Tarts are nasty as all hell.
I've never had one.
Don't.
I don't plan to.
Anyway, the one thing my dad said when we saw that commercial, when all the Pop-Tarts piled out, and it was so brilliant, it's like, what happened to that kid yesterday? So he opened his locker, they all fell in them, he piled them all back in, like a million goddamn Pop-Tarts, and then was like, oh, tomorrow should be fine, they should all stay there. What an idiot.
That one more Pop-Tart I just put in today.
I don't understand
keep them in
commercials.
place.
Like, it's not hard to write commercials. Doritos commercials are the most brilliant goddamn things around.
Only some of them.
No, they're brilliant.
Not all of them. They used to suck.
Some of them are, yeah, but like on the most part, like most of them, like I laugh out loud at most of them. Like, they're comedically like genius to me. They're funny.
I get it.
It's not hard to write commercial, man.
No.
I wanted to bring up, we talked about TLC. Batman for Halloween is what you wanted to do this year, but you never did it.
Yeah.
You were excited too.
Okay, well, that wasn't just, well, first of all, costume's fucking expensive. Like $50 for a Batman costume that actually looks like Batman.
Yeah.
I practiced
Which you would fill out perfectly.
Yes,
that bod
I'm
you have.
well muscular.
Well muscular, he says.
I practiced my Batman voice for like 2 weeks straight.
Yeah, you did. It got annoying. I was fine with it.
Yeah, it was pretty it was pretty bad. Yeah, no, but it was too expensive, and there were ulterior motives for wanting to go as Batman that I won't get into.
Yeah, there was a lady. Or a man.
Could have been either. Could have been my Robin. But yeah, Batman, I was really excited to. That would have been fun. They're fun, but for a day.
I don't do Halloween costumes.
I do them like jokingly. Like I
don't
never
do them at all. I feel like an idiot doing it.
The last Halloween costume, I went. This guy was like, "I'm having a Halloween party. You can't show up if you don't have a costume." So I went to the party as him. That was my last real costume.
I never wear I haven't worn one in years, and I don't think I will. I really hate Halloween costumes. I would do like one of those like two-person costumes, you know, like me and you are a horse, you know, and you're the ass on my horse or something. I'll be the ass if you want. Yeah. It's fine. I'm not going to be angry. I'm just saying I would do that. I think that'd be funny.
I'd go, yeah, if it was like a team thing.
Yeah, but like I can't go do
if I was Batman and you were Superman and we just walked around.
Yeah, I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't like going by myself.
There was a Halloween party at my school. I went as classy. I just dressed up nice and went, and I brought like a pipe with me and just pretended to be classy. Although I wasn't really pretending because I was pretty classy, and then just schooled a bunch of people playing pool.
In high school, in grade 12, we had a Halloween dress up, like costume thing. I went as Scott Pilgrim. Yes.
That's not hard.
No,
you
really.
Wear a t-shirt.
Well, no, I wore the plum tree t-shirt.
Yeah. Did he have that shirt in the movie?
He had the shirt in the movie and the comic. And I wore it. Now the teacher's like, "Brandon, what are you for Halloween?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm Scott Pilgrim."
So you're telling me he wore the plum tree shirt in the movie?
Yeah.
He did?
Yeah.
And we went to see Sheezer, who's...
One of them, I'm pretty sure their sister was in
Plum
Plum Tree. Yeah.
Wow, man. We're connected by the second degree.
That was why I wore it.
That's pretty cool.
I'm not surprised you don't remember it. We was drinking.
Yeah, she said it to you, right? Wasn't she like... No, who said to you outside? We were outside. There's a bar in Ottawa called Zaphod's. What?
Nothing.
That was weird. That look you gave me was. We're at a bar downtown, Zaphod's.
We're outside.
And someone said it to you. They're like, "Oh, nice Plum Tree shirt." And I was like, "Yeah, I don't even know who that is."
Yeah, I think it was the guy that owned the place. Or the guy that set up the show or something.
Yeah, because it was the same guy. We went to another show.
Yeah, and
we went to this show. When we went to see Sheezer, the band that opened for them was called Camp Radio.
Let's keep them
Stop. I don't know. Hold up. Let me pause. We'll be back in just a second. All right, sorry guys, we had an audio malfunction is what I'll call it. Anyway, I was telling a story. We were at Zaphod's downtown. The Zaphod's is a Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy themed bar downtown.
You already told this story. You were telling the one about Club Saw.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just going because we went to see Sheezer, and the band that opened for them was called Camp Radio. So we went a couple weeks later. We had a show at Club Saw here in Ottawa. And
great little place. Love it to bits.
It's basically an art gallery
that they transformed into a bar for a show.
We were in the basement, and the guy at the bar turns to the owner and goes, "Hey, you like the bar I built?" They had built the bar out of like plywood for this thing.
Their cooler was one of the styrofoam ones you bring camping.
Yeah, and the only thing that they served was like Stella and red wine in plastic cups. So that was pretty.
And their tap was like a garden hose. Yeah, I swear to God, they were siphoning
it was
the
nice.
beer.
It was good though. Like I enjoyed the show. And
they
played with Winchester Warm, another local band, I think.
Yeah, I'm hoping
they were pretty good. One thing is, we were the youngest people there. Me and Brandon were like 19. You find that everybody there must have been like 30 plus.
Yeah, and it was fucking weird.
It was very weird. We were standing there and like everyone was kind of old hipsters.
They were like standing around and you could tell all of them were married, except like there was like 3 girls who were kind of fat hitting on these guys, and the guys were like obviously married.
That's
so
the worst.
Mitchell and I, thanks to the homoerotic undertones of our friendship, were saved.
I just assumed we weren't interested.
Yeah,
that I wanted some of your cock instead.
I think we mentioned it in episode 0, but the like atmosphere around Mitchell and I, it started out as a will they, won't they kind of atmosphere. We're not going to. That's kind of the thing.
People just assume it's a when will they atmosphere.
Yeah, it's become a when will they atmosphere. So everyone's kind of like waiting around for us to just be like, yeah, we fucked. Yeah. But it's not going to happen. Maybe.
A couple more of these Rolling Rocks, which I'm barely drinking because it's so gross.
Oh, it tastes like feet.
I don't like it. Oh well, gotta finish it because we have to get onto this other beer in this strange bottle.
Black Creek.
Yeah, my place of birth, Black Creek.
You can tell.
Yeah,
it shows.
Okay, so we're talking about this show, the weird bar, the hipsters, the 30 plus hipsters. I think if we also went to, because me and Brandon, we went to a couple shows. I enjoy doing that. That's fun.
Yeah, we like going to local shows is fun.
We, my girlfriend wanted to go to a club. Now, when you live in Ottawa and you go to high school here, what you do is, because the drinking age in Ontario is 19, the drinking age just across the bridge in Quebec is 18. So it's like every teenager does it when you're going through high school. You're 18, you cross over the bridge and to go clubbing
and you
bar
drink.
Hopping there, and you drink.
You can buy cigarettes.
You can buy cigarettes. You can drink. You can do whatever you want because it's legal.
You're legal age.
So everyone does that, but the problem is,
the thing is, nobody. Okay.
Nobody likes to have to go there.
That's when you're 19, you don't want to go there. But when you're 18, you have that stupid idea that you want to buy liquor on your own.
Yeah.
So you won't let your 19-year-old friends buy you liquor so you can stay home and fucking drink in the privacy of your own house.
Instead, you grab a bus for 50 minutes to go across a bridge so you can...
In the fucking winter.
It's so cold. Either what I'm saying is me, Brandon, my girlfriend, we're all 19, but we're all a year above everyone.
Everyone else is 18.
We started school at the same time, but we all kind of had that extra year. So
for various reasons.
For various reasons. But when we're going out to drink with her and her floor on her residence, they're all first years and they're all 18. So if we want to hang out with them, or not even that, they want to hang out with us.
Yeah, we don't we don't hang out with people. I
wouldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
But we can't go drinking in Ontario. We can't go to a bar with regular people. What we have to do is cross the bridge. And keep in mind it's January and it's freezing. You just made a weird noise there. I'm going to smack that and laugh. You're like,
I don't know what that was. I tried to say something and I just made weird animal noises.
It's called Hull. It's just across the bridge.
It's a shitbag.
Yeah, it's a shitbag of a place. It's filled with all the bouncers let anybody in.
They didn't. Okay. All the girls, they're like, "Can I see your ID?" And then the girl would hand it to them. They'd look at the picture and then hand it back. For me, I'm 19. I have a beard. I look fucking 19.
You're probably the only person in that club with a beard. I feel like a beard isn't
A beard is, I don't know why, but it's a dying thing, and I'm trying to bring it back, but it's
I'm
it's rough.
holding on to skinny jeans, hoping that it won't go away. But I feel that's dying out in the next year or two, and then I'm just gonna have no pants and no money to afford pants.
Anyway, so I give the guy I'm obviously 19. I give him my ID, and he looks at it, and looks at me, and looks at my ID, and then goes, "I'm gonna need another form of ID." I was like, all I have is my fucking health card because I wasn't expecting you to not believe I was 19 after I showed you my driver's license.
His beard.
And he's like, "All right, I'll take your health card." And he looks at my health card, and I'm taking 15 minutes to get into this fucking empty ass club.
Yeah, it was shit.
That I didn't even want to be at.
I don't want to go either, but I guess it's my boyfriend duty.
Yeah, at least you had a girl to dance with.
Man, okay, we're dancing. Fat girl comes up, tries to rub
smells
up
like
on
ham.
She was as wide around her chest as she was at her hip and her ankles.
She was disgusting.
She was basically a big tube.
Yeah.
If you looked at her.
Yeah.
Not only that, she had a low cut, too tight of a shirt.
She smelled like ham.
Yeah, I know. And a pack of cigarettes sticking out of her bra. It doesn't get much worse.
And she danced up to me, and I actually did this move where I shot myself sideways between Mitchell and his girlfriend, who are they're close dancing. I rubbed up on both of them just so I could get away from this girl. I probably hurt her feelings. I probably cut her deep.
You cut her deep?
Yeah.
Oh well, who cares?
Because I fucking
she could get you with your
launched myself across the dance floor.
I really I don't like clubs. I feel, and especially when Hull, I was saying, they let 14, it's all 14-year-old girls and 26-year-old Persian guys who are trying to get with them.
I've been single for fucking months and months now. And we're at the club and whatever god you pray to, have them bless Kara. She's the nicest kid. She's trying to get me a girl just to sleep with even, but she's like, those girls over there are looking for guys to sleep with, and I look up, they're not unattractive, but I can tell they're 14.
Those kind of girls wear UGG boots and you ain't interested.
Yeah, but I look up and I see they're 14, and I said I don't think she heard me because of the fucking loud shitty beats, but I looked at her and I was like, just because their standards are low doesn't mean mine are.
The DJ was he's the way I thought his mind was going was, I'm going to be part of the times. So all I'm going to do is play music, and then there's going to be a part where the beat starts getting faster and faster and faster. Music's going to stop, and I'm just going to drop the bass. And he must have did that move.
It happened
every 2 minutes.
Every song that played in the middle of the song.
Bass drop, and for songs that I was like, why are you doing this?
We'd be listening to Club Can't Even Handle Me right now, and then all of a sudden there'd be the Skrillex style bass drop and the boom 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 boom, and we're
why, guy?
I was dancing and now I lost it.
I didn't even drink while we were there.
No, I drank out of other people.
Yeah. I hate clubs. The show is good. I like going to the shows downtown, and Cheezer is coming back.
I'm excited for that.
One thing I want to bring up, Red Hot Chili Peppers are coming to Ottawa.
Listeners, if you love us, you will send us tickets.
Yeah, you will pick me up and drive me there.
I'll even pretend I'm with you while we're at the show. Yeah. Guy or girl, I don't care.
I was pretty excited when I found out. But I saw, because I follow K-Rock's, just this radio station in Kingston. And they posted about the information. I was like, I will do anything for tickets to this show. And then the second comment was some guy going, I think Red Hot Chili Peppers are overrated. Like, if you ever listen to their lyrics, they don't even make sense and all this stuff. And I was like, you're an idiot and I hate you. Like, you're such a moron. And then I looked at his profile picture and it was just a picture of a Jeep.
The guy who's a car.
He's a car. Like,
he is a car.
If your picture for your profile picture isn't you, unless it's one of those like Pokemon months where it's like make your profile picture a Pokemon month.
I always go with Wobbuffet.
Oh yeah, that's
he's my favorite.
Yeah.
I realized
Jeep, so I gave up automatically and was like. Well,
I realized today I have my strongest opinions are on the dumbest things.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
Pokemon.
Yeah, like, God help you if you try to tell me that Wobbuffet's not the best Pokemon.
Yeah.
But, like, you tell me that,
Spain isn't in Mexico, yeah.
Or, like, that we don't, like, that our healthcare's changing. And it's like, I'll be a little pissed off, but I won't fight you as hard as I would if, like, we were sitting there and you're like, hey, by the way,
Wobbuffet sucks.
Jedi are better than cowboys. I will fight you to the death on that.
I like cowboys. We got into that late. I don't know why I did either.
Yeah, me neither.
All of a sudden, I was like, man, I really like the cowboy.
We watched
motif.
True Grit, and then like after that, I've been like fucking cowboys, and like I'm walking around, and like people don't make eye contact with, and I'm like, I reckon that fella's too yellow to fight me.
Yeah.
Like I'm not tough. I'm not a cowboy. I would have died in that time.
You would have got
that.
I don't know.
Thing cowboys.
Is there a disease?
I don't know. Email us cowboy diseases.
Cowboy diseases at gmail.org.
.org.
We're
an organization now.
All of a sudden, I was like, man, wouldn't be a cowboy? Like, life is so simple. You just drink whiskey and smoke cigarettes and play a harmonica
and shoot
things.
Shoot villains. I think though the problem is, I think if I were a cowboy,
I'd be like, it's so goddamn hot out here.
But my problem is, I would end up being an outlaw because
too.
I'd want to shoot my gun a lot.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not a big fan of guns.
I feel it'd be so easy to get away with murder back then.
Yeah.
Like, I'd kill someone a day.
Yeah, I'd just for the hell of it.
What are you going to do? What, are you going to chase me?
I got a horse,
I brought
too.
my car with me. I'm driving a Prius. Just try it.
My Model T Ford.
I don't think that was the same time. I feel cowboys are cool.
Steampunk.
Steampunk is the style I feel eventually is just going to take
I hope so. My background on my
like...
computer right now is Steampunk Batman, and it's like him and some villains. Oh no, it was like the coolest thing when I found it.
The fact that it's like olden time but futuristic.
Yeah.
There's no way that we're not on a crash course to have steampunk style clothing all the time.
Like they have like clockwork pistols and like.
I don't even know if the weapons or the actual clockwork stuff is going to come around. I feel just...
I hope it does.
I think it's just we're going to dress like we're in the Victorian era, but with, like, iPhones. I think that's essentially
so we're just going to look like weird-ass LARPers.
Yeah.
For those of you who don't know, LARP is live-action role-playing.
I'm pretty sure everyone knows what LARP is now.
Just making sure.
LARPing, I'd go. I want to do LARPing. I'd be down.
I want to do LARPing. I'd be up for more... For like Dungeons and Dragons.
I'd be down to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah,
I want to get that game, Settlers of Catan.
Let's get it. I saw someone bought it at Miss.
Oh yeah, we're gonna buy that with all that money that we have laying around.
Tiggywinkles.
Tiggywinkles.
Tigglywinkles.
Tiggywinkles is a toy store here in Ottawa.
Where I got a Switch comb.
Yeah, but you can go in like it's fun because it's not just like kids' toys. Like they just have like.
It's got Switch combs.
Yeah, Switch combs. They just have weird shit. So
yeah, really someone when I was there was buying a Settlers of Catan. But one thing I saw there pissed me off. This is what I mean about I have strong opinions about dumb things.
I know. Wobbuffet.
Yeah.
Don't get me started.
There was a box of Mario figurines.
Yeah.
Mario. I call him Mario. I don't know.
Okay.
If you.
Yeah.
That really matters.
Mario.
But the box came with like figurines. There's Mario. There's Luigi, there's like a Koopa, a Goomba, and then Princess Daisy.
But no Peach?
No Peach. They didn't even sell Peach in the same size as these figurines.
Fair.
What? Nobody goes out and's like, man.
I like Daisy more.
But nobody goes out really,
yeah,
like, because, like, no huge Mario fan is buying those figurines.
No, definitely not. That's the thing. It's like when I see people wearing like, oh, this is one of my fucking.
I probably do this. I'm a huge nerd, so what he mentions, there's a good chance I do it.
No, it's the people who have a shirt and it has the say the zapper gun from the Nintendo Entertainment System on it. Okay.
And it says original gangster?
That, or it says like classically trained or something like that. Or they bought the shirt at some Blue Note somewhere, and it looks like it's retro even though it's brand new. The thing that pisses me off is that, if you know me, I have a very big Nintendo Entertainment System collection.
Boy, does he.
It's big. Like, I think there's a lot of titles there, okay?
He's got Mick Kids.
I got Mick Kids, okay? Nobody who is just a casual fan has Mick Kids or, like, what's this one? The one with the...
Dino Wars
or something?
It's called
Dino Wars. The cover of the game is a robot shooting a laser beam through
a dinosaur.
Neck
it's
space.
The most awesome looking thing.
Yeah. But thing is, it's the person who has the shirt with the zapper gun. It says like, and it's like, wow, just because you played Duck Hunt once at your uncle's house when you were 7, wow, you're so hip. It pisses, and I know it's just one of those things. Just like earlier when we were talking about the websites, like I'm getting far too angry as someone who goes on.
You have strong opinions about things that don't matter.
It's like people are like, I don't really like watch a lot of movies. I want to strangle that person.
I know. I used to not watch a lot of movies just because I didn't have the patience to sit down. I was diagnosed with ADHD at a later date, so I have a cop-out for that.
Yeah.
But now I watch movies. We went over this before. Jason Statham movie.
Yeah.
I watched one the other night called 13.
Yeah.
I don't even know what I watched.
Okay.
It was the weirdest fucking thing.
It's those goddamn shirts. It angers me.
Or like it'll have like they do. It's not only with Nintendo things though. They'll have like a.
Oh, that's for everything.
This person I knew used to have one that had like a, Woodstock from Charlie Brown.
Yeah.
And it said "Where the chicks at."
Yeah.
That actually got me like.
The way I see it is
that
like
shirt.
I get it that they're wearing it. Of course, it's just an ironic purposes thing.
Yeah,
but
they're
I don't
not
wear
doing
those
it good.
Because you don't know how to do it. You don't know how to dress ironically.
Here's how I dress ironically. I bought a girl's low-cut sleeveless shirt, and I wear it under sweaters and refer to it as my piece of shit shirt. Whenever I wear it, I tell people, I'm like, oh man, I'm the biggest piece of shit.
Yeah, I do that like as a joke, but I just like the way it looks. But it's the person who wears the shirt with Popeye on it. It's like, really? Have you ever actually watched an episode of Popeye? Well, no.
But like when I was a kid, I remember my grandma told me about Popeye once.
I love Felix the Cat. Well, you don't. It's
Nobody
just like,
has watched Felix the Cat in years.
Piss me, and we talked about it in episode 0, and I hate to bring it up again because I'm sure, like, I don't care. No one's gonna hear episode 0 for a long time, but it's this exact same thing as the Nightmare Before Christmas fad with the kids wearing it because it's like
it's weird.
It's weird. It's just like
they're trying to build their identity around this like idea that nobody else.
Mm-hmm. This weird social
that like it's like, oh, barely anybody else likes this, so if I wear it I'll be cool. But in reality everybody likes it, just nobody's taking it to that weird extreme.
Exactly. I hate them. Brandon's currently scratching his chest hair. I wish I could. I got no chest hair.
Is there chest hair there?
I don't know. Probably.
I don't think it's all my collarbones.
There was a part in episode I'm gonna bring up, but where I was listening back to the recording, and at one point I just stopped because you pulled off your hat, and I go, "Man, you have a big amount of hair," and like it came by, I laughed and I laughed. It was so
I haven't had a haircut in months, but my mom's making me get one in February. So
how sad does this go through? Everyone's like, "Man, their moms like control this guy's life."
So ladies. In February, I'm going to be looking damn good.
Dandy, even.
Yeah. Keep your eye out.
I forgot. Where's that keychain?
Oh, fuck
AIDS
you.
keychain. I
Drop
dropped
that
it
shit
somewhere.
on the floor.
Pretty goddamn great.
Break it. You're looking a little sickly.
Yeah.
See, that was my, like, I read it, and the first thing I thought was, like, I didn't think, like, wow, that's really politically incorrect. I looked at it, And I was like, that wouldn't work. You can't just look at someone and know they have AIDS.
Also, it's not even, it says in case of AIDS, break glass. This thing's not even glass. It's a piece of plastic. And how do you open it? Like, you can't
Like,
open
you
it.
actually would have to smash it, but then
Yeah,
there'd be
you'd
like
need to actually get a
jagged pieces
hammer
of plastic in
ripping
your
through the
condom.
condom, yeah.
So, all in all, Taiwan, that was a really shitty favor you tried to do for us.
Yeah.
I appreciate it, but it was bad.
I cannot. I'm putting this on Reddit tonight, and I swear to God, if I don't get fucking 1,500 upvotes, I'm gonna be pissed, because this is some genius shit. Wow, it's almost upsetting. This beer is getting to me.
Oh,
Not in a good way.
I want to finish it, but I don't want to drink it anymore.
How much more do you got left? A lot.
Quite a bit, yeah. How much do you have left?
A lot.
Let me see.
I want to try that other one.
Let me see it. Oh, you have way less than me. Hang on.
Chug. Anyway. Yeah, I know that feeling. Do it, Brandon. Do it for your hair. I know what that means.
Puts hair on my body.
Yeah.
I don't need any more.
Do you have AIDS? I got a condom in a plastic thing for it.
It's cracking. I don't know.
It's cracking. I don't know. Lately, I've really wanted to watch Lord of the Rings again.
I watched the clip with the Balrog of Morgoth.
Yeah.
And now I really want to watch it again.
I
Yeah.
really want to watch the first one, especially, for some reason.
I don't know.
I don't know why. Although, I'd watch any of them. I just really want to.
I don't know. I watched that scene with the Balrog.
Say that again, the way you did.
The Balrog of Morgoth.
Yeah, that sounds sexy.
Yeah.
That was hot.
That's my when I'm having sex with all the women that I am constantly having.
Getting a haircut, ladies. Get ready.
All the women that I'm constantly having sex
with.
Yes,
Chucking
macking.
the deuce up.
Yes. I whisper that in their ear right before I finish.
The panties come ouf.
Ouf. I can do a really good Nicki Minaj impression, but only at one part of her song Super Bass.
If you haven't heard Super Bass, you're really missing out.
I can do a really good impression. I don't know. We'll play... Yeah.
Well,
Super Bass.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
No,
I'm not
no.
gonna play that. Someone can look that up if you're really interested.
Yeah, but I do a really good... There's a part where she says slicker than the guy with the thing on his eye. I can do that perfectly.
Yeah, it comes through really well.
It
I don't know what
does.
that means.
I don't either.
I don't. I feel like I'm past the point of knowing what's hip.
You've always reminded me of Usher.
Yeah?
Yeah.
My mom says that's my real dad, is Usher. So that's good.
But, like, I don't know why. Just you've always reminded me of Usher.
Well,
like, when I...
Goddamn compliment.
You remember when the song Yeah came out?
I love that song.
Every time Usher came up, I'm like, that's Mitchell.
That's
that is
yeah.
Mitchell if he were black and, like, 25.
And way cooler and richer. And
You know, just not himself.
I'm pretty down to watch The Lord of the Rings.
I heard they're taking the hobbits to Isengard.
I'll play that in the break. Look
No,
that up.
don't.
How long is it actually?
Well, there's a 10-hour virgin? Not me.
No, me. Not after this haircut.
Not even trains can stop me. There's a 10-hour version. There's a 10-minute version.
If you don't know what we're talking about, there's a video online, and it's basically just a cut together.
It's like a song.
It's a song called "Taking the Hobbits to Isengard."
Look it up.
It's pretty great. It goes on for about 10 hours.
Once I listened to it for 20 minutes.
You're better than I.
Does that mean you listen to it for more time? Because I don't.
You're better than I.
Yeah. So then I would have to not listen to it for.
No. I'm proud.
Is that Dude Where's My Car peeking out at me?
No, we're not watching that again. Me and Brandon actually recorded a
commentary of Dude Where's My Car.
It's basically just like us making snide comments and then laughing for 20 minutes. It's not really that much content.
No. It'll be bonus content if we have enough viewers, listeners. I really hope people actually want to listen to this.
Yeah. Right now we're talking to no one. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's weird. Oh, well.
But I don't know. I don't find it weird. No. I talk to myself a lot anyway.
Yeah, no. Weirdo.
Yeah. So about them Jays.
What? Okay, we were downstairs and we're trying to take just some show
Okay,
notes
here's
for
the
stuff to
thing.
talk
I
about.
want to clear this up. I do things for my own amusement.
Yeah, that's what I'm about to bring up. Okay. Oh, I crossed out, but anyway.
There's two like good
I'll
examples
bring
of
them
this.
up. The first one here, the earliest one, we were downstairs. Brandon was going to. We were just taking some show notes and say yes, the dress is on. So he went and wrote on the notepad I had out. Instead of writing "say yes to the dress," he wrote "say yay to the dress." I don't know why he did that.
Actually, he's wrong. I put "say ye to the dress."
Yeah, that's what he wrote.
Yeah. And then the other time,
I'll tell that.
Oh, okay.
No, you tell. It's way
Okay.
better.
So, we're at Carlton, right? Like always, and
goddamn story we had. We're at Carlton.
Well, we're hanging out with Kara, which is Mitchell's girlfriend, and it's like one of the first times I met her. I apologized. I just did that gross smacking masturbation noise with my mouth.
If anyone's listening, does this sound gross?
That's not even the noise I made.
That's the noise.
It was like It was like a.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it sounds like a dog eating in the background.
Yeah, so I apologize for all of that. Anyway, we're hanging out with Kara. It's the first time I really met her, and we're looking for the buildings for because our classes start the next day for university.
Carlton is basically just a city. That's like the biggest campus. It takes like an hour to walk across that.
Oh yeah, it's a huge campus. So like, we're looking for our classes, and we're writing down where they are and which class is where, and like, Kara has written down on a notepad. She wrote Kara's classes, wrote all her stuff, and then put a line through it. And I knew like I was gonna be the one carrying the paper. So I decided I needed something to like make me giggle every time. So like I write down all my classes, but I labeled it B-Dog's classes.
With no intention of anyone ever.
Yeah, like I wasn't gonna
then
show it to
anyone.
anyone.
To us and goes, "Here's my classes," because you can tell because I labeled them
B-Dog.
That was one of the best things. Because it's the fact that you're crazy enough to want to entertain yourself.
That's my main thing. I don't try to like. I don't care if you're.
I want to listen to it in an hour and be like, "Oh, B-Dog."
Yeah, like I don't care if you're amused by what I'm doing. If I'm sitting there like giggling to myself, mission accomplished. Mission fucking accomplished.
Yeah.
Oh, you started to say something.
B-Dog. That took it over. That was the best. This beer, like I really don't. Anyone who really like says, "Oh, I love beer," like I don't
Nobody
know.
drinks beer for the flavor of beer.
I don't know, man. I really don't get it.
Like
this ain't good.
We talked about it.
Like, it
I
doesn't
think
taste that great. It just tastes like watered down shit.
Mitchell is a connoisseur on shit.
I am. Yeah, big shit eater. What the hell are we talking about? I was like, throughout the week, I'm just gonna write down show notes and shit we could talk about. I didn't write down a thing.
I didn't write down anything. Earlier we were talking about hipsters, and I meant to tell this story. This is how I realized that. Well,
this story's gonna get sad.
Yeah, it's pretty sad. But I've accidentally kicked my hipster-tude up a notch. But this is how. Well, first of all, everyone except Mitchell, because his whole family's dead, knows you go to that one family member's.
God.
You go to that one family member's house who has Wi-Fi but just doesn't tell you the password for some reason.
I hate them.
Yeah. Well, like I went to my dad's house over the Christmas break, and no one would give me the Wi-Fi password for like 3 days. So like, I'm a growing boy. No, I'm not. I'm fully grown. But like,
you see that hair? That chest? Damn, it's like a gorilla.
But like, I
dick.
couldn't just go online and look at pornography.
Yeah.
Which, let's be honest, I'm gonna say 90% of the population looks at porn. But like, I couldn't do that because I
got a funny porn story.
I didn't have the internet. I'll point at you and say porn.
Yeah.
But
wasn't I supposed to point at you really harsh and go hipster?
Yeah.
Just to get you to remember.
Yeah, but you didn't.
Yeah.
Anyway, so like I didn't have access like to free porn, so I decided I'd start like a folder. Sorry for that loud noise. Mitchell is very inconsiderate.
The pen was broken. Continue.
Throwing
it away.
So I realized I should have a folder on my computer so that in case I don't have Wi-Fi and I really need to,
porn. I know that feel, bro.
Yeah. So like I started, but then realized as like this collection, I didn't. There's not many in it yet, like many pictures.
Yeah.
But I realized that it's all like hipster girls.
Yeah.
So then I just labeled the folder hipster porn.
Explain, like, what they look like. They have tattoos.
Tattoos,
Really?
like kind of that weird
I don't have
style.
that many tattoos in my porn folder.
I don't know. This was, and I've noticed that like I was just going through and saving it.
I won't show you. I will never show you my porn folder.
I would never show you mine.
I feel like we're very close, but I feel that's a line I'd feel weird crossing.
Yeah, like you've seen me naked, but I would never show you. Like this is what I masturbate to.
Yeah. I've seen your dick, but I don't want to see what your dick looks at.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I get it, but like,
Yeah.
so I have this folder, and I realized like, because at the time when I was saving it all, I was like 3 days without it. So like, I'm just desperate at this point. So I'm just saving any picture with visible boobs.
Yeah.
I went through it the other day, and I realized it's mainly just boobs. I don't know like why, but yeah, I realized that. That was my big hipster moment. So I realized though that like after I realized like okay, so I started thinking about hipsters when I did that, and I realized before it used to be okay to say you were being a hipster ironically.
Yeah.
But lately hipsters are being hipsters ironically. So Mitchell and I have to kick it up a notch. We're ironically being hipsters ironically now.
Yeah, very much so.
Yeah, it's bad.
What do we have? We have an indie wall. It's a shelf
Yes.
of indie rock, Canadian rock bands.
Not even all of them are Canadian.
No, but like, you know what I mean? We have a podcast because we think we're funny. We're drinking beer because
We just want to be drunk and forget about life.
Forget about this whole thing.
Yeah. I just like, I want to wake up tomorrow and, you know.
I'm afraid skinny jeans are going to disappear.
I am too. I don't have enough money to buy skinny jeans, but like I'm not going to lie.
More jeans.
I stole a pair from you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Well, I'm wearing your sweater.
Yeah, you
so
stole
that's
2 shirts of mine, so
yeah, that's true.
we're even. And they're the most comfortable pants I own, and they're not even mine.
Happy birthday.
Happy Birthmas.
Happy Birthmas.
Birthmas is a thing that Mitchell and I celebrate because we can't afford to give birthday presents and Christmas presents.
So we give neither.
So
he
gave me a pair of pants and a scarf for my Birthmas. I gave him
And keep in mind, these weren't things I bought. They were things I had that he put on because he had to go somewhere, and I told him he could keep them.
Yeah.
Merry Birthmas.
And I gave him a switch comb and a bottle of balls.
Balls.
That was his Birthmas present. I might get him something for his actual birthday, but it's looking pretty bad.
I'm at the point where there's like the shit part of the can, like where it's gotten to the point where I really don't want it. So, there you go. I'm going to try this beer. This is called...
Save some for me.
Yeah, you're getting the glass. You can throw that out if you want to. Like
I still got like a quarter left. I gotta get to the part.
Oh shit, is this not twist off? Oh shit.
I'm not wearing my bottle opener
Use
belt.
my teeth.
Oh, that's bad, man.
You
Ooh,
feel that.
it was sexy. He kind of looks like a Brit now.
I don't know what this tastes like, but it looks
Ooh,
nice.
it's dark.
It's dark.
Hello.
I drink a lot of Guinness, so...
I'm sorry, I just brushed my lip ring against the mic.
I heard it. Trust me, I can hear everything. We had to pause the recording for a minute because a plane flew overhead, and this mic is too good for me.
That was the
looks
audio
like Coke.
malfunction.
This looks
It
like
really
Coca-Cola.
does. It really does. What's it taste like? If you say not...
Way better than that shit.
Really?
Oh my god.
Hang on, I'm going to finish
It tastes
this.
more like Guinness, so...
I love me the Guinness.
Yeah, I know.
So, never mind. I'll talk to you after because that involves our Chris Hardwick escapades.
Okay, cool.
We're going to see Chris Hardwick. Just brag.
Just to brag.
That's an explain-a-brag.
Yeah.
I'm not even explaining it. I'm just bragging.
I really watched Lord of the Rings this evening. Do I? I don't know if
Can we watch
do.
a comedy?
Yeah, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
Good call.
We'll eat chips. Watch a nice comedy.
Want to watch a romantic comedy with me?
Forgetting Sarah Marshall.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love that movie.
We talked about it in episode 0.
About our obsession with that film.
So we won't actually go into it
Yeah,
now.
'cause you might hear later. Wow, I'm really out of shit. We gotta take more show notes or something.
What's our time?
Oh, we only got like 5 minutes. But just cut it now because I gotta add in stuff.
We gotta edit, the songs and
Yeah.
whatnot. Perfect.
Anyway, that was good. We'll do another one eventually. I'll probably get bored tonight and just turn it on and sit here and talk anyway.
Yeah, we do that.
If we do that, I'll just intro it and then we'll just keep talking. I feel like when it's not as planned, we do way better.
I don't know. I think this one's better than before.
We'll see. Anyway, that's it. Thanks for listening. It's the Fingerbang Radio Show. You can, if you want to email us, tell us about weird things like where Spain is or
What
some other
continent
thing.
Russia's
What
part of?
Russia's part of. You can drop us an email at fingerbangradio@gmail.com. That's fingerbangradio@gmail.com. No caps, spaces, anything like that. I hate that. I feel
Me too.
when someone tells you their email, the courtesy should be saying this sentence after. No spaces, caps, or weird symbols. Because then I'm just confused. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
So it's fingerbangradio@gmail.com. No caps, spaces, weird symbols.
Skype? Should we tell them about the Skype?
Skype, yeah. Skype, when we are live, you can get us on Skype at, what is it? I wish I knew. Oh, Fingerbang Radio Show. That's just the name of Skype. So that's good.
Give us a
And you can
little
join our
chit-chat.
group on Facebook at the
Fingerbang Radio Show.
Fingerbang Radio Show. It's on Facebook.
Don't fall for those posers on
Yeah.
YouTube.
We found a goddamn website on YouTube called the Fingerbang Radio, and I am going to do this show until they get butt cancer. Let's put it that way. I hope they die. How dare they? We've had this show in the works for about a year now. This is not fair.
Oh! Before we go, I want to explain the name, where it came from. I've lied about.
Wait. Do you want to
why...
stop the show and then I'll cut this together and this will just be bonus content after. We'll just save and we'll just do it basically just an after show.
Cut out this little explanation.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So that's it for now. Thanks for listening, guys. To the Fingerbang Radio Show. I'm Mitch.
I'm Brandon.
Thanks for listening.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Bonus content.